Hello? Okay, I think everything's working now. It's always the same whenever I do one of these live shows. There's always something just going wrong behind the scenes, but I think everything's fine now. At least the camera's working. Before I was about to come online and my camera just went like all green and I couldn't see an image or anything, so I'm just checking everything's okay. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll just keep going, and if something happens, we will work it out as we go along. Now, let me just maybe put the music a little bit lower. Let me just see where the music is. I've lost where the music is on here now. Okay. I think that's okay. Well, hello. Hi, Friday night. I hope you're all well. Hello, Charles. Nice to see you here tonight. And, oh yes, I'm Kirsty. Kirsty, yeah. Hello, Kirsty. So the Discord message. Okay, I'll have to check that out then. Maybe sometimes the links on the Discord, they what is it? They have like a time period when you can sign up. What I'll need to do is I'll need to check that. I'll have a look in a minute and see if I can resolve that. Hi, Francis. Nice to see you here tonight. Well, it's good to see everyone. I hope you're all well. Yeah, last night I decided not to do a show. That was just because I did a live show on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then I thought, I needed a night just to organize everything because there was a few things I needed to sort out with my YouTube, a few stuff behind the scenes, videos, etc. So I had to take the night off. But anyway, I'm back now. Let's see how tonight goes. If tonight goes all right and everything, you never know. I might be back on Saturday. We'll see. I don't know if you guys are about or not, but we can talk about that as we go along. So let me check out this Discord first. So Discord link's not working for Kirsty. Let me see. I know some other people have joined up through Discord, so I'm not sure what's actually happening, but sometimes they do have issues. Let's see if I can look it on here. Yeah, I can try this one. If I can find tonight's show. So there should be a link below. Should be a link below the page. But my page, everything crashes. Whenever I go live, everything crashes. Why can't I get on it? We'll have to see. Maybe later then. Yeah, so like I said, I didn't do last night's show. But I'm back now. What else was I going to tell you? Well, I have a few things to tell you about today. And we'll just see where we end up as the night goes on. And obviously I got a few videos and some stories and yeah, whatever, see where we end up. Let me start with a couple of things because I kind of need to introduce this as well. So I have the way I do things on here. If it's your first time, if you're a regular, you'll know all this. But basically, I'm trying to say to everybody, if you do any type of donation on this channel, you can send through super chats if you prefer to do that. There's no problem with it. But I now have I now use buy me a coffee, which I think you can see on this side here. Yeah, you can see about there. That little thing says support me at buy me a coffee. Yeah, so that's the best one to use if you want to send any donations. And I've put on the chat section, which should be on this side for you guys. There's a link at the top of the page. So if you want to donate anything tonight, that's the best way to do it. And every donation, basically what I do is when I get a donation, I do spin the wheel. So I have a wheel that we spin and it has different videos that we can watch and we just randomly choose a video from whatever spin we do. I also have a goal tonight, which is £25. If we make that goal, I normally tell you a little bit about a secret. There's something in my life that's kind of like a little secret. But if we don't hit that goal, I won't. But you'll see the bar go up sorry, it's on this side. You'll see this bar go up throughout the night if we get any donations. So that's if you want to donate anything. Yeah, use Buy Me a Coffee. That's the best way. Right, now, I was going to have a look at this, but for some reason, it's not letting me do it. And I wonder why it's not letting me do it, because... Okay, here we go. Right, I'm on now. Just let me check this Discord link. So yeah, about Discord, if you want, I have a Discord. Apparently the link's not working, so I just need to check. Here it is. But I have a few different links, so one of them should work. Yeah, it is working. Yeah, Kirsty is working. Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. It just said it wasn't working. So you're right, Kirsty, it's not working. You are right. Okay, so unfortunately that link on my Discord isn't working anymore. There's another Discord link underneath it. Is that one working? Right, okay, yeah, okay. So the Discord link isn't working. Right, what I'll do is I'll update the link for everybody who hasn't got Discord, and hopefully that'll sort itself out. I thought I put it on unlimited links, but sometimes they have like a time period on them, so I'll have to reset it all. So I'll reset all that later on. Maybe tonight if I get a bit of time, I'll try and reset it. But if not, I'll do it after the show. Yeah. So what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I've set up a second channel. I mean, I have a second channel. Oh, dress is coming off. I have a second channel, and I've had it for a while. I never really know what to do with it, but what I've decided to do now, I've kind of called it like Rachel Moore Live. Now, oh, a good comment here. Hello, Jesse. Nice to see you here tonight. Thank you. Good to see you. Yeah, I have a second channel, which is called Rachel Moore Live. Now, I'm doing my live shows here and there. This is still the best channel to watch the live shows, but I have that one. And what I might end up doing is putting more clips from these live shows on that channel. So if that's something, if you'd like to join that channel, again, it's optional. If you go to my main page, which I'm going to show you anyway, so don't worry about it. I'll show you where it is. You can actually join the second page as well if you want. But what I'll be doing there is just putting... like I said, videos from this. I will clip some videos from this show. So I think that might be quite a good place to put them. Now, let me share the page. If I can find it. Right. Yeah, this is the problem now, because this is what I was doing before I started the show. I was sharing my video that I normally put on at the beginning, and my computer basically crashed. So let's see if it lets me do it tonight. Okay, it says it's sharing, so... Oh yeah, you can see it. Perfect. Okay. So you can see this. This is my my main page. And you can see it's quite good because it just show you like all the live shows that I'm doing right now, the live show. And then go down here, and this is my second page, Rachel Moore Live. So I've just put it on the main page. You can even, if you're on your phone, you can still see it on your phone as well. But basically, if you want to click on this, it should take you to it. Yeah. So this is my other page. I'm live there as well. I've put some of the past shows on there. But I'm going to start putting some like video clips and stuff like that. So if you want, just go to the main page and you can join up there. And while I'm here, I will show you this section. So we have the members only videos. So if you're not a member, but you would like to support the channel, and maybe you'd like access to the Sunday show, I have this section here, which is members only. So as you can see, just a member only. These are all the live shows that I do just for members every Sunday. So if you want to join that, it's just £1. You get a full month. But basically, I've got quite a lot of other videos that I made in the past down here. And I'm making more videos every week. And so if you want to join up to that, you can click on any of these videos, and what it'll do is it'll take you to a page to join. But even below this video, I have all the links that you can join up as well. So if you'd like to join that, please consider. It's actually a really good way to support the channel, because it's really easy, like £1 per month, and it just really helps us, so we can just keep doing this every well, not every week. I can keep doing this on YouTube for you guys. Anyway, I've got loads of interesting things to cover today. So what I might do, I'll try to get back to the main page so I can make this. Yeah, so normally, like I say, we normally cover some videos, some live videos, and some news stuff that's in the news. So it's up to you guys. I mean, if you want to start spinning the wheel, we can do. Like I say, I can spin it. I don't mind spinning once or twice, but if you want like to keep the night going, like any donation basically over well, actually, I said I've changed that. Originally I was saying £1, but I'm just saying any donation now. So basically any donation, regardless of cost, can be £1, can be 70p, whatever. I think that is actually like the limit. You can't go any lower than 70p. Just to spin the wheel. Otherwise, I'll do it a couple of times, but we can spin a lot more times with donations. So it's up to you guys. Again, every little helps the channel. Okay. Let me just get my. Don't know, I've lost my thing now. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. No, okay, I will spin it the first time, but I'd welcome anyone who'd like to, support the channel and help it going. Okay, I'll do it first time, but let me have a look where my wheel's gone. And yeah, and if you're new here, feel free to leave a comment, or even you can ask me any questions here. This is the best place to do it, because this is where I can talk direct to you guys. Oh, well, it's just gone blank for me. 1 minute. Let me see. I think it's back now. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's not the green stuff now. Yeah, this is the problem I had earlier on. I don't know why it's doing this. It's just like destroying my camera link tonight. Last time it did this, it did it for a little bit and then it stopped. So let's hope that it doesn't keep doing that. I guess it's not so important right now. It's probably because I'm sharing this screen. It doesn't like the screen. But I need to refresh this. Yeah, this is the first time it's ever done this. I don't know why it's decided it's going to start going green like this. Never had this problem before. Strange. 1 minute. Why is it doing that? Okay, anyway, I'm back on now. Let's spin the wheel. Let's get started. Let's spin the wheel. Oh, what was that? I can't see. I can't see. I know someone's giving about 1 minute, guys. Okay, we got that. Thank you. Oh, okay. I know someone's done buy me a coffee. 1 minute, guys. Let me try and find out what's going on here. Well, thank you for whoever did that. I will check it in a minute when I can see my screen, because my screen's going off tonight. I'll be honest here, I'm having a dreadful time with the screen at the moment. I'm gonna try and just put this back. Let me put this to the main screen. Okay. Why is he doing this? Let me just check, because I think it's coming from my main. Right, I know which one it's coming from. Okay, I need to reset the camera. So you have to bear with me for a minute, guys. I might have to reset the camera. Let's see. Seems to be working okay now. All right. Well, whoever sent that, thank you so much. I'm gonna check, because I can only check it on my other thing. I missed it on the screen. I need to change this screen format because at least it's done the bars work tonight. My donation bars work. It took me ages to get that working. Okay. I don't know what it is, but well, thank you for the donation. If it's you, feel free to let me know. For some reason, it's not letting me know. And are we? Is the camera slow to you guys tonight? It looks like it's really slow. Let me see if I can restart this camera. If not, it's fine. I mean, I'll just be slow tonight. I can put it instead of high level. All right, okay. Well, thank you for that donation. I'm sure I'll find out who it is later on. If, in fact, was it you? Was it you, Charles? Was it you, Charles? You let me know. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn off my second camera. I'm gonna have to turn this camera off. Okay. Let's not worry about the camera tonight. If the camera's messing up, it's well, thank you, Charles. Well, let me still spin the wheel again. Let's spin it this time for Charles there. Thank you so much. That really gets things going. Okay. Let's go back and spin that wheel again. Yeah, and like I said, anybody who spins the wheel, whoever sends a donation, you'll see on the donation bar go up every time. And if we get up to the £25 tonight, I promise you that I will tell you a little secret about myself. Now, we watched this last time, so I don't know why I picked that one out. Anyway, right, let's spin it again. This is for Charles then. Oh, we saw that last time. I thought What? I took these off. Okay, I'm gonna have to remove that. Sorry. I took them off last time. Okay, this is not good tonight. Come on. Come on. Come on. Right. Oh, right. Okay. So this is the one we put. Right. Why it sucks to be a trans woman. Okay. Okay. So, thank you, Charles, for that. We're gonna watch this now, and I will comment about it while we watch it. And I have to turn the music off because if we're going to be watching a video, it will clash. So I have to turn this music off. It's a good idea putting the music on, but the music's like I have to go through a different thing to get it. Anyway, let me get this video ready. So, yeah, I think things are starting to work better now. I think tonight my computer's pretty slow. That's the only thing that's the problem. I mean, that's really affecting my camera. That's why that green stuff keeps coming up. But I think with this, just doing I think doing like these live shows is kind of like it's just like something you have to kind of get used to and kind of accept. Like for me, I started doing this, and it's like guarantee whatever I do, there's always something that will happen. Normally to do with the computer. I know that I need more like a computer with a higher memory to be able to cope with all the streaming and stuff. But it's just crazy how it always and it always does it just before you come live. You get everything ready, and it's just like, okay, before you go live, this is when I'm going to start messing up. So it's probably going to have the same problem now when I play this video. But anyway, so let me share the screen. It's gone off. Yeah, okay. Can I see the... Okay, should show it. Okay. So we should see the screen now. You should be able to see it. Okay, so we're going to watch a video. Why it sucks to be transgender. I've seen this video before, and I thought I'd share this with you. You might have seen it as well. I don't know. I thought it was pretty interesting when I first saw it. But you can comment and let me know yourselves what you think. But we'll go through it now. Let's see what it's all about.
Your first mistake was falling in love. Your second was doing it with someone whose body apparently offends strangers.
1 minute. I'm going to slow it down slightly because I know I've got it on full speed here for you guys. I'm just going to slow it down to maybe not normal. Let's just put it one One touch above. Okay. So why does it suck to be transgender? Oh, this is dating a transgender. This is the wrong one. Okay, let me pick the right one because we've seen this one already. That's trans man. Where's being trans? Yeah, yeah, this one. I thought I picked it. Okay. I'm
You
sure I
realize
picked
you're a
this.
woman not because of
Okay. Now I think this one's pretty good. We watched one of these before the other day, and I don't think it was as good. But this one I think is pretty good.
you realize you're a woman not because of glitter, dresses, or whatever nonsense people think gender is about, but because the lie you've been living finally starts to crack. And once that crack forms, there's no going back. It spreads, it consumes everything. And what's underneath isn't confusion. It's the most painful clarity you've ever known.
So yeah, so I just think this video is quite good because I feel that's kind of right. It's like you get that clarity. You know now 100%. You know when you're you're gonna come out. You're gonna live your life as yourself, and you know who you are, and you've got this clarity now, and you've got this. You've got you need to do something, and this is the time. This is when you're gonna do something about it. Okay.
You're not a man with issues. You're a woman with a secret. And now the world's about to treat you like public property. Coming out as a trans woman is not a revelation. It's a risk assessment. You don't get applause. You get panic attacks. You don't get a glow up montage. You get disowned, misgendered, fired, or worse, fetishized by strangers.
So I mean, there's a lot to take in there. It's a lot of things they just said, but um, I mean, there's quite a bit. But I mean, like I said, like you come out, and it's not like okay, people are like, oh, good. Well, there is people that say good, and I mean, I'm one of those. I would say good. Now you can be who you are, be yourself. You don't need to hide. You don't need to pretend anymore. Now it's yourself. But like they said there, it's like. But what happens? It's like you get misgendered. You end up, could get fired. You become like talking point for everybody. You become everything you do ends up becoming questioned. And really, at the end of the day, you've got this clarity. You know who you are. Now it's time. Like, well, I'm going to come out, but it's like everyone's like pressure and as we're going to see, what else?
And treated like a punchline by your own family. Congrats. You just unlocked hard mode on the worst video game ever. Real life. You think living as a guy was bad? Wait until you tell people you're not one. Suddenly everyone's a biologist with a YouTube degree in gender. But what are you really?
See, that's the thing, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, everybody on the internet now is like, oh, we know what biology is, we know this, we know everything about, and it's like you don't because I think for trans people, look, I'm not going to speak for everyone. I'm going to speak for what I feel and what myself. But what I'm going to say is, like inside when you're coming out, when you make that decision to say, I'm going to tell the world who I am, and you know who you are, and you can't explain that to someone who's not transgendered. Like if you're just cisgendered and you've never experienced that feeling and you never like understand what it is to feel trapped and ready, and now you're like, wait, I can get out of this. I can be myself. I don't need to live a lie anymore. And it's like as soon as you do that, it's like you're like, yeah, I'm coming out to the world. And then you've got all these people who don't know anything about it, but they claim they know about it, you know? And that can be anything. That can just be from the average person on the street saying, "Oh, it's impossible. You can't do that." And then you've got people saying like, "It's a choice." And then when you've got even like people who claim to be doctors or scientists and saying like, "Oh, it's impossible. It's impossible." It's like, yeah, but you don't know because you're not trans. If you were trans, you wouldn't be saying that. You would understand what we're saying. So when they do this, they just don't understand.
Oh, I don't know, Karen, tired, sad, 87% rage with a splash of eyeliner. They act like you've betrayed them. Like your gender was a group project, and you turned in a surprise ending, but you never seemed trans. Yeah, because I spent 2 decades pretending to be a cardboard cutout of masculinity.
That's another thing as well. Like, people kind of shock sometimes. And that. So it's like, I don't know about for anybody out there, but like myself, yeah. I mean, it was an act. I didn't come out and show you I was trans before I came out. Before I was trans, I was hiding it because even for me, I feared coming out because I was worried about what would happen when I did come out. When I come out, I'd be questioned. I knew it wasn't gonna be easy, even though I gotta admit, for me, in the time I came out, it was a little bit more easier than it has been for a long time. You know, I know before I was born and even when I was very young, it was definitely, a lot harder to come out as trans. And then there was this kind of period where I think we had a little bit more acceptance. We have had a little bit more acceptance, but now it's going back to that kind of they're trying to push it back. A lot of people they don't want this acceptance for trans people, and that's how I see it. I see it as kind of like if you look at the way, and I'm really talking about England and America more than I'm talking about the rest of the world. Um, it's our countries, and I'd say maybe like maybe Australia, maybe just Western, especially English speaking Western countries mainly that they just seem to be like as soon as trans people started becoming more visible, they started to resent that, and then they've pushed back on that, and that's what we're seeing now especially England and America. You're seeing that kind of pushback, trying to push us back into the closet, as it were, to hide us away. They don't want us to come out. They don't want us to be here. Luckily, I came out and was more visible just before this started to go backwards.
I deserve an Oscar and a refund on my entire childhood. And just in case you thought you'd get a little piece, welcome to trans puberty. It's like regular puberty, but this time you're aware of everything that's wrong, and you're paying out of pocket for it. Your body changes slowly, awkwardly, and always just shy of how you want it.
That's another thing as well. I mean, I didn't really think about it that much when I was started to take hormones, but that's really what it is, isn't it? You are looking at yourself and you are questioning yourself and you are, you know, you're starting to feel more like yourself, but at the same time, like I didn't have real problems with like acne, but I have friends that actually got quite bad acne when they started taking hormones and stuff. I was quite fortunate. I didn't really have that problem, but I remember, just feeling awkward, like the way I was changing and stuff, and some of my looks and some of the feelings and everything. Well, my feelings, that was it. Probably my emotions were the worst thing, if anything. They were the worst thing. Very up and down, very up and down when I started taking hormones. Um, Sad, happy, angry. It was just such a mixed emotions. But that is a second puberty. You know, I mean, unfortunately.
Voice, not quite there. Face, not quite right. Hips, a rumor. Boobs, a negotiation with God. Genetics, and spironolactone. And every change brings with it the constant echo of too late. You look in the mirror and see what could have been, what should have been. If only you'd known sooner. If only the world had let you know. But instead, you get to start womanhood with the grace of a giraffe on rollerblades and the emotional baggage of a failed magician. Every compliment is suspicious, every stare is terrifying, every reflection is a gamble. And let's not forget the bathroom panic. You enter a public restroom and instantly become a potential headline. You're either too masked for the women's room or too threatening for the men's. No matter where you go, someone's going to look at you like you're a crime scene in progress.
Yeah, I just saw my microphone was off. Is it working now? I don't know how long's it been off. Sorry about that, guys. Oh man, how long's it been off? Missed all my good comments about that. Let me just check which microphone. I don't know what's going on with this. This keeps happening. I'm really sorry about that. I just did a big rant. Let me go back. I'm going to tell you. Look. I'm really sorry about that. Wow, this is. Uh, what I'll do is I'll go back a little bit and I'll just tell you about something. So I was just talking about. I just thank everybody for letting me know because I'm really sorry about that. And then I'm gonna come. Well, there's quite a few comments. I see a few you were right. Okay, bear with me. I'll go backwards. Really sorry about that. This is the joys of being live. It wasn't just bad enough that I've had problems with my camera tonight. My microphone decided to shut down. About 5 minutes. Okay, look. You know what? Let's start at the beginning, and I'll just go back to the beginning, and I'll tell you what my thoughts are. Right? Okay. Because now I know exactly what I'm gonna say.
Of glitter, dresses,
Insane.
or whatever nonsense people think gender is about, but because the lie you've been living finally starts to crack. And once that crack forms, there's no going back. It spreads, it consumes everything. And what's underneath isn't confusion, it's the most painful clarity you've ever known.
So I was gonna, yeah, I said something about this. I said about clarity. I just said like, at the end of the day, right? We so annoyed my microphone went off. Um, the thing is, like, I think many of you agree here. When you already kind of knew anyway who you were, but when you actually make that decision to actually, I'm going to, I'm going to come out, I'm going to be who I am, I'm going to tell friends, family, and people like that. You have this clarity, and you know who you are, and you've got all this kind of like, right, I'm going to do this, and then this is like the next stage. What happens next?
You're not
Like,
a man with issues, you're a woman with a secret. And now the world's about to treat you like public property.
and this is the thing, isn't it? Like, the next step, you're going to come out, and this is what people do. This is so true.
Coming out as a trans woman is not a revelation. It's a risk assessment. You don't get applause. You get panic attacks. You don't get a glow up montage. You get disowned, misgendered, fired, or worse, fetishized by strangers.
So yeah, so and then this part here is like, I think it's so true. It's like, when you come out, it isn't like you don't get rewarded. Of course, you reward yourself, and you have friends and family members that might support you and everything. I mean, I can't deny that I had people around me who were very supportive and um, did support my decision to come out. But the world itself, isn't this true? Like, yeah, we looked at some work situations. A lot of companies just feel like they don't want to support you, and it's easy if they just let you go. Um, we got like people that misgender us, like, oh, why are you forcing me to do this? It's like, so we don't have an option. We come out, we've got to face all this, and then we get people saying stuff like, oh, why force me to use your pronouns and stuff like that? And it's like, you know, it's just crazy world that we live in when all we're doing is just being ourselves.
And treated like a punchline by your own family. Congrats. You just unlocked hard mode on the worst video game ever. Real life. You think living as a guy was bad? Wait until you tell people you're not one. Suddenly everyone's a biologist with a YouTube degree in gender.
And that was when I thought, like, how many people online, they have this thing now. It's like, oh, biology and gender and all this, and it's like, yeah, exactly. They're just the people, anybody on the street that's like anti-trans, and they're just like, now I'm going to judge you. But it's like, you don't know if you're not transgender, you don't know what it's like to be transgender. You don't know what it is to have that feeling when you come out, and it's like, you don't have the choice. It's not a choice. You don't feel like, well, I might just be a woman now. It's not like that. And the thing is, that's how they see it, because they don't have that. And what they can't understand is, those people that will never listen to you, right? This is the thing. They should listen, because you're telling them, you're saying, look, the thing is, if there was only like one trans person in the world, then fair enough. You could probably argue that, you say like, well, they don't, it's just their feeling, right? But there's still thousands, if not millions of us in the world. And it's like we're all going through this. We're all saying, well, no, it's not a choice. It's like you get this, you have it in you and you know it. You know it from a young age. You know it. And it's just like people that especially like these cisgender people have no idea. And then they just say like, and this can be like even be people like not just the people on the street and the people on X or something like that. This can be people like doctors and scientists that say this rubbish as well. And it's like, well, why don't you just take a step back and realize that you're not trans and maybe you should be listening to trans people? Then you might understand.
But what are you really? Oh, I don't know, Karen, tired, sad, 87% rage with a splash of eyeliner. They act like you've betrayed them. Like your gender was a group project, and you turned in a surprise ending, but you never seemed trans. Yeah, because I spent 2 decades pretending to be a cardboard cutout of masculinity.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And I said here, like before, I said that when you're like I don't know about you guys out there, but I did this. I mean, I was pretending, I was acting, I was hiding as much as I could because the thing was, and you could say, well, why would you do that? It's like because I guess I felt like society wouldn't accept me, and I did that because I did pretend to be a guy because it was like that was my mind was like, well, they won't accept me if I transition, if I transition, and I was fortunate because when I transitioned, I feel like there was a time period where there was starting to be more acceptance. That's when I came out. I felt like it was more easier to come out, and I think before that time when I was younger, I think no, and before I was born, definitely not. And then now I'm feeling like they're trying to push it back like that to make it people. I honestly believe that there's trans people that won't come out right now because they're scared. I believe that because of what's happening in countries like the UK and America. I think a lot of trans people who would have come out maybe decide not to now because they'll say, well, if I do, what's going to happen to me? Because there's not as much support.
I deserve an Oscar and a refund on my entire childhood. And just in case you thought you'd get a little peace, welcome to trans puberty. It's like regular puberty, but this time you're aware of everything that's wrong, and you're paying out of pocket for it. Your body changes slowly, awkwardly, and always just shy of how you want it. Voice, not quite there. Face, not quite right. Hips, a rumor. Boobs.
So I'm gonna say here as well, like, I don't know about you guys, but like when I was going through, when I was taking my hormones, I said that like they're just different things. I mean, I said for me mainly, I was more my emotions. I definitely felt those emotions, and maybe they were a bit like my first puberty. You know, I definitely I got sad, then I'm happy, get angry, and I remember getting very angry about being misgendered. That was one of the things. When I got misgendered, I got very angry, and that's why I can see some trans people when they might film some trans people and they'll be misgendering them and they'll get quite angry. And it's okay for me to say now, like, oh well, it's not a big issue for me because I don't get misgendered now. But when I did, when I was going through my puberty in a way, yeah, I get quite frustrated about it and angry. And I definitely felt like I do think when I was transitioning, how I like my hair was, and I remember looking in the mirror and just thinking like, just not happy about things and stuff. But I was happy because I was taking hormones. I was happy because I knew I was transitioning, but there was all this kind of like confusion as well. So it is just like a puberty. And this is the thing, it's like we have to go through two puberties, a lot of us. If we're lucky, we should only have to go through one. And a lot of younger people should only have to go through one. But the thing is, because of the way the system is, especially in the UK and America, it's like a lot of us now, we have to go through two.
A negotiation with God, genetics, and spironolactone. And every change brings with it the constant echo of too late. You look in the mirror and see what could have been, what should have been. If only you'd known sooner. If only the world had let you know. But instead, you get to start womanhood with the grace of a giraffe on rollerblades and the emotional baggage of a failed magician.
So I think this is where we were, weren't we? But yeah, and this part, what I said before was that this is another thing. I said about like transitioning, like in a perfect world, we should have the education in school. So trans people should know. It's like they've already got that feeling. They already know there's something about them that, um, like I was like, I didn't know what it was. And then it's like, then, by the time it comes to your puberty, you already know what being trans is. And then you know that you can take puberty blockers and that actually can hold, your puberty back, and you have time to get your body right for, to transition the way you want to transition. Um, I didn't know hormones exist as a child. I didn't know you could take hormones. I didn't know it was possible. I didn't realize that was a possibility. The only thing I saw was like, people who cross-dressed, and I thought, I don't feel like I'm a cross-dresser. I'd love to be just live as a woman. And if we take that education away from young people, which is what a lot of people want to do now, especially like here in the UK, I know Reform want to do that. If they get power, which they've been in the news today saying, Sky's been saying, oh, they're going to win the next election. Well, they don't want to have trans education in schools. I know in America they're banning it in schools in certain states. Well, this is terrible. It means that the kids can only get it through the internet, if they're lucky enough to get it through the internet. And that's not the best, really. You do need to have school education. I think you should have it in schools. And then, even if they do get any education or understand it, when they get old enough, they can't get a hold of puberty blockers. In the UK, young people can't have puberty blockers now. They've been banned. Well, I mean, they're on a trial now maybe they'll be available again, but at the moment they can't get them. So the only place they can get puberty blockers, they would have to go to the internet. So it's not ideal, but this is what they're trying to do. Like, a lot of trans people now get their education from the internet, and if they want to get any medical help, from the internet. And it shouldn't be like that. It should be through a government should provide these things. So basically, what I'm saying is, it's like, I thought, I wish I could have started younger, but if I'd have had the education at school and I'd have known about puberty blockers, I'd have known about hormones, I would have taken advantage of that, and I would have used that when I was younger, if I'd have known about it.
Every compliment is suspicious. Every stare is terrifying. Every reflection is a gamble. And let's not forget the bathroom panic. You enter a public restroom and instantly become a potential headline. You're either too masked for the women's room or too threatening for the men's. No matter where you go, someone's going to look at you like you're a crime scene in progress. You don't
Yeah, this is the key thing right now, the toilet situation, and exactly what we I mean, I'll be honest, I get fed up talking about the toilets, to be honest with you. It's just so annoying that our existence has to revolve around things like toilets and changing rooms, and they just seem to be like such a key talking point now for politicians and for people in society. When really, what is a toilet? A toilet is a toilet. That's all we use them for. There shouldn't be a thing that trans people have to debate over.
pee in public. You perform stealth missions. Your name becomes a political statement. Your pronouns become a battleground. Your voice gets analyzed like you're auditioning for womanhood every time you speak. And the worst part, some people want to get it wrong. They misgender you like it's a competitive sport.
That's another thing. I can't stand people that do misgendering because, I mean, just out of respect for someone, right? Regardless of how you feel, the thing is, like, okay, you could say that, let's say you were born into a family that was very strict on male and female and things like that. But having a society of people, you should accept that there's other people in society. And I will use the word transphobic because the reality is, if you can't live in society with other people from different, and I mean, normally the people who are transphobic are also racist. It's normally the same type of people. It's like these people that they just go like, well, I'm perfect and no, and everyone else is wrong. And it's like, no, you live in a society. Everybody's different in society. And to live in a society, you have to accept there's going to be different people. We're all going to be different. And even though I don't like those people, I accept they're in society. But then they go their way and I go my way. But I mean, if you were brought up in a very strict kind of family that sees it like this, it's like, but does even if you believe that and you just think, no, I believe this traditional, just man and woman and this kind of thing, it's like, okay, but can't you live in society where at least when you meet people from different backgrounds, can't you just respect them for that little bit? You don't have to change your lifestyle because these people live a different way to you. You might not understand trans people, but can't you just at least one simple thing, respect someone's pronouns? and they can't even do that. What kind of person is that? I don't know. Like someone who's just, I think, just full of hate. I don't even know how someone like that can exist and how they can think that's okay. Because it doesn't take anything just to use someone's pronouns. Just when you're around those people, think, well, okay, that's what they want me to call them. I can call her her. Why not? Why does that affect me? You know, they're happy because at least I have that one little respect for them. Like I've said before, like when I'm involved with different religions and stuff like that, I never disrespect anybody else's belief. Like I have my own opinions about religious stuff and that lot, but I never enforce my opinion. I don't go to a church and say, well, you should do this because I think this. No, if you go there, that's their belief. They're part of society. You should respect them, okay? But the respect should go both ways, because we have to live together in society. You can't have a society like what I see in America right now with the Trump administration. It's like, oh well, we're right and everybody else is wrong, and that's not how you run a society. If you do that, you're just gonna have problems. You're just gonna have problems. It doesn't work. It's just it don't work like that. And I'll just put it to the beginning of the video. 1 minute. Not working
Mistake
today.
7 times in the last minute. Should we get your brain checked? Then there's the dating scene, an absolute circus run by emotionally stunted raccoons. If you're passable, you're a secret. If you're not, you're a fetish. Either way, you're rarely seen as a real person. You're an experiment, a kink, a dare. I've never been with a trans girl before is not a pickup line. It's a red flag wearing cologne.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about this before. I mean, I did a video on trans dating, and it is kind of like, I mean, I won't go into it too much detail, but this is the thing. It's like a lot of the time when it comes to dating, it is all these different things, all these different minefields you have to go through, because it's like, okay, if you pass, okay, we don't, okay, whatever. If you don't pass, if you don't, if you're with someone, they don't want to be seen in public with you, or you're with someone and they you know, like one good thing. I mean, look, if you're not trans and you ever date trans people, it's a really good idea not to say I've never dated a trans person and things like that. Don't be going on about and making such a big deal about that, because it really isn't. It's really not a good thing to do that with trans people. It's like a big no. Shouldn't really do that. Yeah, but I mean, and I did a video. What was it? Yesterday. That was yesterday, wasn't it? It was like T for T dating. And basically, that one of the reasons I made that video is because there is people that date other transgender people. I mean, we watched a video, I think, in the last live show I did, where you had a transgender man dated a transgender woman. Um, and then there's this kind of like, when I said in the video, like there's a lot of reasons for that. And I had someone in the comments, they were saying like, oh, why would you have to settle for just dating trans people or something like that. I think they did it deliberately. I think that would be nasty, because it felt like that when they did it. But I'm just like, well, because there's a lot of the time you don't have to worry about all the minefields of being hidden and things like that when you date someone else who's also kind of gone through a lot of the similar things as yourself. But basically, dating can be a big big issue. It is.
And if you're bold enough to say you only date certain people, suddenly you're the villain. Aren't you supposed to be open minded? You mean like how you're not? I'm not a sexual buffet. I don't exist to prove how progressive your penis is. God forbid you want romance. Real, soft, cheesy romance, that's reserved for normal women. You get late night texts and blurry selfies. You get propositions like you're a vending machine with anxiety.
I mean, I'm not going to deny. I'm not going to deny. I've had a lot of that. I've had a lot of that. Had a lot of photos and things, and then just yeah.
And when you finally find someone decent, you still have to navigate their fear of being seen with you. Like dating a trans woman is some scandal that'll get them exiled from their local fantasy football league. And while we're here, let's talk safety. You don't go on a date, you go on a reconnaissance mission. You send your location to friends. You memorize exits. You calculate how fast you can run in your shoes. You carry keys between your fingers like a prison shiv, all because you dared to exist in public as yourself. Even
I can't say that I've done all that, but I definitely. I mean, I think I do that anyway. Wherever I go, I always share my location with my friends. I think that's just. I don't know if that's just something I do anyway, but I wouldn't even say it was just even if I went on a date or something like that. I think it's just a natural thing. Like whenever I'm going certain places, just a little bit to be safe. I always share my location with my friends anyway.
Joy feels like rebellion. You post a cute selfie, and suddenly it's a political statement. You're forcing your lifestyle on people.
Yeah, that's common. I've seen a lot of like people when you have trans people dating like cisgender people and stuff, and then like the comments sometimes they'll put a picture up and loads of people will comment and criticize and just I don't know why trans people just we just seem to there's just so many people out there that just seem fascinated with us. I mean, I've said this before, but like, there's so many like anti-trans channels, anti-transgender channels, and when I look through them, if I ever go on them and I look at the comments and I read what people are saying, I'm just thinking like, why are you so fascinated with trans people? Why are you so fascinated with trans people that you will actually watch anti-transgender channels that just hate on trans people? Like, I wouldn't go on a channel that was like, if it was like I don't know, it would just say if it was like a Christian thing. So like if it was like an anti-Christian channel, all right, which I mean I don't hate Christians or like that, but just giving you an example, I wouldn't go on there and then be like, right, I'm gonna comment on here and put my opinions about their religion or something like that. Or even if it was just I don't know, just like anything. Or if it was just like I mean we wouldn't have an anti race channel, but if there was one, I mean, I'm sure there is one in disguise, but I mean, I just wouldn't go there and just be criticizing someone. It's like those people. Why would you do that? Why are you so fascinated by it?
Meanwhile, straight couples post entire engagement albums with captions like, "She said yes," and no one accuses them of brainwashing children. You go to the doctor for a sore throat, and suddenly it's all about hormones. And are you post op? Like your tonsils care what genitals you have. You just want antibiotics, not an interrogation. And if you're not out to that provider, congrats. Now you have to lie through your teeth while hoping they don't kill you with ignorance.
I guess I never had that problem because most of the time it's in my doctor's notes anyway. They know that I have that problem. But I did when I was in Thailand. I went to the doctors and they didn't know, and I had to tell them. So I did go to a doctor in Thailand and they didn't know I was transgender, and I had to tell them. So that was the only time I've had that issue.
Therapists? A mixed bag. Some are affirming, others act like you're a walking mental illness. Do you think your gender is just a symptom of trauma? No, I think your license is a symptom of capitalism. Please just help me stop crying when I hear my dead name. Every interaction becomes a performance. You modulate your voice, your mannerisms, your wardrobe, trying to find that perfect balance of authentic and palatable. Because if you're too feminine, you're trying too hard. Not feminine enough, you're not really a woman. It's like walking a
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like I find like as well, like yeah, when you get like trans women that they really work on their style and they try to be as stereotypical feminine as possible. They'll do the makeup, they'll get their hair done a certain way, they'll dress super feminine, and then you'll get people on the internet, especially it's the internet, isn't it, criticizing them, saying, look, they think that being a woman is like being a Barbie doll or something like that. And then if you don't try hard enough, they'll just say, "Oh, you don't look feminine enough," and they criticize you that way. And really, you just can't win. You just can't win. I think for me, like the way I cope with it all is I just think like I'm just going to be myself. I'm just going to dress the way I want. If I wear makeup in the morning, I wear makeup. If I don't wear makeup, I don't wear makeup. It's my choice. I don't think I have to fit to a stereotype. I know who I am. Just like most women, they don't they don't care about that. It's like they live how they want to live. And I think that, there's no reason to play to these anti-trans people because whatever you do, you'll never win with them because they'll just hate you whatever.
tightrope in heels while everyone yells advice from below. Your past is held against you like evidence in a trial. Old photos, old names, old stories. People act like your gender invalidates your memories. But you used to play football. Yeah, and I used to eat Play Doh. People change. And your family? That's a roulette wheel of rejection, weird support, or aggressive denial. Some say, I love you, but still dead name you at Thanksgiving. Others act like your identity is a personal attack. Why are you doing this to us? Oh, sorry. My entire existence is making you mildly uncomfortable. Let me just crawl back into my dysphoria hole and die quietly.
I don't know about any of you out there because I know families can be different for everybody. I mean, I was very fortunate with this, but with my family, the only thing was it took my father quite a while to get used to using my name. He would obviously he would use dead name more, but that's I mean, but he didn't know, and it took him time. He does now. He's fine now, but it did take him time to get used to it. But I know everybody's different with that. I know some people that can have a lot of problems with their family.
Media isn't much better. If there's a trans woman character, she's dead, traumatized, or a joke. Half the time she's played by a man in a wig, with the emotional depth of a soap dish. And when you dare to ask for better, people scream about forced diversity like representation is an act of war. Laws? Oh, honey. Your rights are debated like football stats. Every time you check the news, someone's trying to ban your healthcare, kick you out of sports, or make it illegal to exist before 18. You get
That's another thing. I mean, well, I mean, I've been saying this throughout this video. I mean, this is the thing. Aren't we just a political football? That's all we are. I mean, it just seems like now every time you put the news on, especially this time last few months, all I've heard is just it's always about it's either something to do with like banning trans people from sport, it's banning us from bathrooms, accusing of us as being involved in mass shootings. Um, it's just continuous. It's just continuous. We're not. How often do you hear transgender people now being talked about in the news, in media? Like I've stopped really using X. I pop on there a couple of times, but I every time I go on there, there's always someone saying something about trans people, regardless. It's just like for some reason we're just a hot topic.
reduced to talking points, fear mongering, and bills written by people who've never met a trans person but have a PhD in cruelty. Even allies can be exhausting. You're so brave. No, I'm tired. You're an inspiration. I'm a person. Stop putting me on a pedestal just so you can feel woke for watching me suffer in high definition. And yet, despite all of it, you still show up, still exist, still live. And that alone pisses people off because trans women aren't supposed to thrive. You're supposed to give up. You're supposed to disappear. But you don't. You walk down the street in your favorite dress, knowing someone might follow you home. You take selfies with a face you earned. You find joy in tiny victories. A gendered ma'am at the grocery store, a good hair day, someone who gets it. You build yourself from scratch. Every inch of confidence is self made. Every moment of happiness is carved from a world that wants you miserable. You didn't just transition, you resurrected yourself. You lit a match in the dark and dared to keep walking. And somehow, that makes you the threat. Because nothing terrifies this world more than a woman who wasn't supposed to survive and did.
So yeah, 1 minute pause. I thought I turned it off then. Yeah. So apart from my microphone decided not to work halfway through, what did you think of that? Feel free to let me know. I'm interested in your views on this. I think my camera. I don't know if my voice is matching the thing right now because it looks really slow from where I am. Let me just slow this down a bit. Can we move? Yeah, it looks okay. I put on. I have to put on a lower grade. Maybe it'll work now. Okay. Okay, it might be slow. Well, you let me know if you notice it's too slow. Let me know. Let me see because I know we had some comments. Oh, for some reason. Oh, I know. If I turn this off, I have to turn off the main camera hub. Okay, it will probably come back. I don't know why it's doing this tonight. I don't know why it's decided it's going to do this camera issue. Okay, guys, let me have a look at what you all wrote because I've seen loads of comments. Yeah. Why is it doing this? Okay. You have to tell me if it's really slow on your side because it is super slow on my side. I don't match it all right now. I'm doing something completely different from what I'm doing. Let me go down here to the comments. So got Kirsty. So the tabloid educates and the of Wetherspoons University. Yeah, well, this is the thing. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, if we're talking about what the video we just watched, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, there are a lot of people in society. They don't care, do they? They think they know all about us, and they just throw their opinions out on us. Running very slow. Just picked merger up after her shift as right. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. You're running late. Just picked Marge up after shift at the hospital. Dinner in the oven. Hopefully get on later. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay, Jade. Well, it was nice to see you anyway. If you managed to make it later on, just let me know. So the sound was out, Francis. Yeah, and nice to see you as well, Clarissa. Nice to see you tonight. Yeah, the sound was gone, wasn't it? It was quite a while. Let me just go back. It's back. It's back. Okay. Yeah, just let me know if it goes off. I'll try and keep an eye on it. So I believe people should be allowed to be who they believe. This is who they are. Means to be, I feel angry that some people can't accept trans people. To me, they are beautiful, honest, caring. Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's individual. But we're just human beings at the end of the day, just like everybody else. We're not trying to force anybody to believe a way that we live or anything like that. We're just people like everybody else. I just thought that video that we watched just then, I thought it was quite good because I don't know, I agreed with a lot of it in there, so I just thought it was something I wanted to share with you all. That's why I chose that video originally. Let me just check my speed here. God, it's really slow. I don't know. I need to see it on this camera. See how slow it is. I can see what you guys are seeing. But looks like it's. Well, it looks all right on here, but then again, I guess because I've not got the sound on. Anyway, but I thought that video, yeah, it just kind of summed up a lot of things of how I was feeling. Anyway, I feel like that a lot of the things that were in it, and but like I said, Charles, I mean, like being an ally is just like, yeah, just be that, like we're all the same, and the main thing for me is I feel is like being an ally to trans people is just to give them more of a voice to you know we know who we are, we're going to say it and everything, but it's just that because we're a smaller voting part, there's not many others. So when it comes to like voting, when it comes to our rights and things like that, having people there to say, no, I hear what trans people are saying, I understand what trans people are talking about. I'm not trans, I can't know what it's like to be trans, but I know what they're saying, and that's why I support trans people. And I think people don't support trans people. People just basically, well, could it be just it could be education as well? I mean, I believe if the education was there, they'd make better decisions. They wouldn't be full of so much hate. I was the complete opposite when I came out, and everyone wasn't shocked. Well, yeah. I mean, there's different. I mean, obviously, you know how you were, Calissa, and maybe I don't know if you tell us. I mean, if you were more open about who you were, I was the opposite. I admit that. Um, I kind of taught myself to hide, and I don't know why, because my family was very acceptant when I came out. But I think when I was at school, I mean, I remember my school years, how like any of the gay kids, they would get beaten up, they would get really shunned. Like it was quite hard at my school, and I think that if I'd have come out as trans, well, I would have never come out as trans at school, never. It wouldn't have been safe for me to do so. I would have been beaten up every day without a doubt. I mean, anybody who was different definitely got beaten up. Okay, it was just like that was just how it was. I mean, I don't know what it's like now. I don't know if the schools I used to go to, there were trans kids. I mean, you could argue like, well, no, if you had to come out, maybe it wouldn't have been like that, and maybe you'd have been wrong. It's like, yeah, well, yeah, I was wrong about how my parents were. I thought I was worried to tell my parents, but in the end, they were fine. I mean, you won't know until you've done it. But yeah, I hid it away. I hid it away until I came out basically. I'm one of them, scared, shy, and confused. Well, don't be. Don't be. No hate. Yeah, because this is the thing. There is many of us, and a lot of the time, it's kind of you don't know until you do it. And I know right now. I don't know where you're from. If you're from England or America or another country, but even with countries that are anti-trans, I mean, like even Russia has transgender people. So we're everywhere under every kind of society. Um, but you know, I mean, my advice is like if you wanted to come out, make sure that you can like find a group of people that you can be with and be open with, and maybe sometimes it's like best to start with that group of people first before find a place that's safe. I mean, like I always say to everybody here, you're absolutely welcome on my channel here. Welcome to comment here and chat and be part of this. I have a Discord. Unfortunately, the Discord link isn't working, so I need to fix that. But I will fix that after the show. And like I say, I mean, I do have a channel. I have a call. It's called Channel Support. We do a Sunday show where the only people who can go into that Sunday show are channel members. Um, so you're welcome to join that. We do have a private Discord as well for channel members. So that's something else. And we are building that community. It is getting bigger. There is more people. I'm getting people joining every couple of days. I get new people all the time. So it is getting bigger. I just need to make sure that they all kind of come together more, because some of them don't come to the live show. They're channel members, but they don't come. I never really see them, but it's up to them. Okay, misgendering is just transphobic. Saying who you are isn't forcing your views on people. Not acknowledging who you are and how you want to be addressed is just plain bad manners. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that, Kirsty. Um, I mean, I feel the same. I mean, what does it take someone just to at least do that? Okay, of course, we want people to understand, want people to at least care about other people, and they should do. That's what a decent human being does. But just using someone's pronouns and just being respectful of people is a start. Yeah. I understand that there's people that have never come in contact with trans people and might not understand who we are because they're not trans, so they won't understand. And maybe it takes time for them to adapt to certain things, but it's like at least have that willingness to start with pronouns and then take a step back and maybe just say, okay, I don't know who trans people are. Maybe I should at least talk with a trans person and maybe just spend a bit of time with a trans person just to start to understand them, and maybe then can start to be more um learn about someone. But like I said, the education should be there at school, and then what they're trying to do is take away the education, which is just the wrong thing to do. Yeah, stay strong, definitely. Labour are doing it. A new section 28 for trans people. Well, isn't it true though? It's like everything. If you look at how gay people were treated back in like the 1980s, I guess maybe early 90s, but more 1980s. Um, isn't that what's happening to us now? The trans community. Don't you feel like that? I feel like that. I feel like what's happening now is what happened to the gay community. Um, and they had to go through it first because we were more visual. So it was harder for trans people because it was like being trans and being open about yourself back in the 80s was hard enough. Yes, there were trans people then. They were, but they were just seen as they were just not respected at all. I mean, people did not respect them all. We were seen as if we had a mental illness, and that was it. But once gay and lesbian people got more respect and started to get more rights, started to be able to be more visible and accepted in society, that's when trans people had their chance to start being more visible and be more open. Because we can't all be visible and just go out there and accept, because it isn't good. What happened to trans people prior to the 1980s wasn't a really nice place for them. A lot of trans people, normal, I'm not about if had a bit of money or something, but if you were just a normal person, um that you weren't going to get work. You couldn't be openly trans because you wouldn't get employed. You would probably, a lot of families wouldn't accept their family members being trans. Um, I mean, I know it still happens now. I know it's still happening now, but that was just the way it was. There was no way before, like, well, even the 80s, probably the same. So, you know, it is just, isn't it just the same thing, really? It's what's happening. Yeah, trans rights. Well, that's what we're fighting for. That's what we need. Um, so what's this? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get a new microphone because it keeps, even if I knock it now, it's going off. Okay, I think you can hear me anyway. Yeah, Virgin Gyms. You said. Let me just make sure my microphone's on the right one. Yes. Yeah, Virgin Gyms just banned trans people after being pro LGBTQ. Good Law Project has a petition up. This was due to a GB News transphobe threat legal action. Cowards. Yeah, that is really bad because I know Virgin Gyms. I've been very pro LGBTQ, and I'm wondering, is this matching with my voice? Because I'm looking at the camera and I'm thinking that looks like. Anyway, let me know if it's matching this when I'm talking. If it does, if it looks like it's totally off, let me know because I'll try and fix the camera if it still is a problem. But yeah, no, I know that Virgin Gyms are were very pro LGBTQ before. So that's really sad to hear. I'll have to check that out. So it's so the Good Lord Project, they've got a petition up. Well, I'll go sign that then after the show today because that's disgusting. That skip that one. That's it. Oh well, no, thank you. No, it. Look, this is how it is. Well, and that's what we're here for. Um, Like I say, I think you're a member, aren't you, as well? No hate. You're a member as well, a channel member. Don't forget we have a Sunday show, and that's just for channel members. So it's private. So you're welcome to join any time with that. All right. Oh, who's this? Jade. Oh, thank you, Jade. Thank you, Jade, for the donation. I will. It should come on the donation bar now. Has it gone on the donation bar? It will do. It'll take its time. Probably about in 10 minutes time, it'll go up. It's really slow, the donation bar. Well, thank you. We'll do another video in a bit. Thank you so much for all the donations tonight. That's really um really thankful for that. Thank you. I will spin the wheel in a minute for you, Jade. Thank you. Calissa. Let me see. I think most anti-trans people support most trans people. Sorry, wait. I think most anti-trans people suppress trans people. Well, well. There's a few theories about this, isn't there? It they say a lot of time, like, you'll get people that are like anti-gay, and then it turns out, like, that it happens a lot on these, like, politicians, doesn't it? Like, they'll push against gay bans and laws or something, and then they'll end up having gay relationships, and you're kind of like, well, why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? And so I do agree with you there that it could be that as well. I mean, I don't know what it must be like to be like that, but it could simply be something like that they have. It can even be like attraction to trans people and stuff as well. It could be a mixture of things, and that they just feel, for some reason, they feel they don't want to accept that part of themselves, and then they feel the only way they can get away from that is by basically putting laws against. I mean, I guess if you think you're trying to erase trans people from existence, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to do that. I mean, look, in America, we got. I did I think today I released a video about the Texas ban, bathroom ban. Okay, so that means now trans people can't use any public gendered space in Texas. You can be fined. I think it's $25,000 or something if you use the toilet or changing rooms or something. And then there was the other one. I think it was Michigan. I think it was Michigan. They did a. They were doing an anti. They were banning porn in that state, or they want to ban porn. But one of the clauses in it, they were saying that they also wanted to ban anything to do with like drag queens or transgender, and classing us as basically the same as banning the porn. Basically, if a trans people wouldn't be allowed, and drag queens or non-gender conforming people wouldn't be allowed on media. So you couldn't basically have any films with trans people in it. You couldn't have any. I guess you would say that YouTube would have to block. Okay, there goes my camera. Would have to block transgender people in that area or something. Bear with me about the camera. If the camera's not working, I will try to fix it. Just bear with me on it. It's a bit weird why it's done that, because it's working on the other one. So you'll just have to bear with me while I try to fix this. That is, I actually don't know what it's done, because I don't know why it's doing that. I actually can't tell you what it's doing. I'll have to cancel my camera off and that lot. Let me see what I can do, because I don't want to give you this picture. Let me give you something else to look at. I'll have to put another screen up while I'm talking to you. I can put this one up for now, I guess. We'll just put that up. I can talk like this. You can hear me. Oh, we're not winning, are we, with the camera tonight? But I'm here anyway. I'll still talk with you here. We'll just have to have a blank screen for a little bit. So yeah, what you were saying before. Yes, I agree. I agree with that. I think that it's to do with like trans people. They might just have some kind of like, they might be secretly trans, if you know what I mean. I guess I'll go through the comments while we're like this. Oh, what's the point of having a camera? It don't work. Crazy. What did you say, Kirsty? I have a theory that Robert Gabra that hates on us so much as the creator probe don't have the guests to do it themselves. Methinks they don't protest too much. Shakespeare was a genius. Right. Well, I'm not sure who that person is, that Robert Galbraith, but I can say that there's a lot of people that do seem to hate on us quite a lot. Certain groups of people. I always think like that Graham Linehan has some kind of psychological problem. You know, I think he's got some kind of issue with us, hasn't he? Like he obsesses over trans people. A bit dogmatic. Okay. Yeah. Totally. Thank you. Ooh, what's going on with my camera? I will fix it. I'm trying to fix it while I'm talking to you guys. Sorry all, I don't think I'm going to make it. Well, thank you anyway, Jade. I got your donation, so thank you anyway. Thank you for being here anyway. You can watch after if the camera works. Otherwise, it's going to be like this screen all night. Sound, is the sound working now? Clarissa, you let me know if the sound's working. I know the camera's gone. The unfortunate part is that a lot of gay people are throwing trans people under the bus now. That they have all the rights, and we all fought for. Yeah, our continuous fight apparently is dangerous. Yeah, well, this is the thing. I mean, this is a key thing that's happening right now. I'm gonna have to try and fix this camera while I'm talking to you. This is a key thing right now, because it seems to be that we've got this thing about the LGB not wanting to side with the T anymore. And the thing is, we've been together, LGBTQ. Look, the T's always been with the LGB because we've been there from the start. We've always been there. We've always been part of the community. And this is the thing. They say, "Well, we've got our rights. We don't need to fight anymore, and it's too difficult with the trans. Let's just leave them because we don't want to be bothered with all that." and the foolish, because the thing is, the people that are trying to take the rights away from trans people are the same people who are trying to take the rights away from gay people. So if they manage to take our rights away, who do you think they're going to come after next? Look, I looked at Reform's policies, and Reform definitely are not supportive of trans people. They will be a disaster for trans people. We don't in the UK. We do not want want Reform to get in. Looks like my camera's broken. I can see now. Just try and fix it. But even Farage, let me see. I don't know what it's going to do now. I might restart my camera, but anyway. Even Farage doesn't support gay same-sex marriage. He said that. He felt that it was enough with before we had same-sex marriage in the UK, we had what was it called? I've forgotten what it's called now. But we had the civil partnership. We had civil partnership, and he's even said that he felt that was enough. So I just feel like, and it's not just that. I've heard comments from other members in Reform where they've said that, like, the rainbow flag, they classed it as some kind of like mental illness thing or something like that. So they openly detest the LGBTQ plus people. So if they can take the rights away from trans people, they're going to do exactly the same with other groups of people. So they will do it. They will if they can take the rights away from trans people, they'll go after the gay and lesbian people as well. So fighting each other is absolutely ridiculous. And I know that there is people in the community that fight, gay and lesbian people. I've heard them. I've seen them on the internet saying that. And I mean, there was I don't know if you ever caught this, but I did a video about that Edge of the Matrix, and in that he said, "Oh, I support the LGB, but not the T." And then the way he spoke about, he said he had a gay friend or something in school, and he said he grew up to be gay, and he said he'd grown up to his friend had grown up to be gay, and then it was like the way he said it was like, you don't support gay people. I could just tell by the way he was talking. So wait a minute, show the application. Hold. Oh, I don't know what it's doing. I think I'm struggling to fix this. I might not be able to fix the camera tonight. So he doesn't support gay people, but he makes out that he supports gay people because that's what he's trying to pretend to do. He's pretending that he supports gay people, but he doesn't support gay people. So, oh, my camera tonight's really got a problem. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the camera working again tonight. It really is a problem. But I can still talk with you guys. We can still do everything. It just means that I might not be able to go back on camera. Inevitably, every time the family values good Christians of the U.S. Republic Party get together, grind a class. Yeah, I heard about that. They said that I don't know if you heard about it, but it happens a lot, doesn't it? Whenever you get a lot of Republicans together, they have a problem with Grinder. And I did hear that that Charlie Kirk's they had that gathering dinner. Well, it was a rally, really, wasn't it? It was supposed to be for that Charlie Kirk's whatever it is, but it was actually a rally. And yeah, they actually crushed Grinder when they did that. The chat and scream is not in the chat box. Okay. So, it's not in the chat at the side. So it's not coming up for you guys. What is he doing tonight? This is so strange. So that's not right. So is that thing? Can you see the chat at the side? In the sidebar? Do you know when I go on my chat right now, all I can see is Francis. If I look at the chat box, I can only see Francis's chat. I don't know about everybody else. Can you see anything? I mean, when I look on my main screen on my computer, I can see everybody's. But when I go on to YouTube, I can only see Francis's comments. I don't know what's going on tonight. I think it might be something more than just my just my computer. I think it's something else. But like I said, it's not really a big problem. I can still. I mean, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna. I think for my camera, I think I can actually put I could have another picture, but I could just leave this picture on. To be honest with you, where's it? Where's the thing? Exit solo layout. There was a way I can put a picture on, but I could just have a picture on it if I can find it. Edit the avatar. Yeah, I can put something on here. 1 minute. I might be able to put an avatar on it or something. I have to do that tonight because it's not letting me come on. I mean, I'm happy to be on camera, but it's not letting me be on camera. So I don't know. You all let me know what you can see in your chat boxes. My chat box, I can only see if I go on YouTube, I can only see Francis's chat, but no one else's for some reason. But it's not letting me. It's so strange tonight. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not. I think I'm just gonna have to accept this is the cover tonight. The 80s was so cruel. It was a cruel era. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And we don't want to go back to that. We don't ever want to go back to that. There's people in society that want to push us back to that, so we don't want to go back there. Graham needs help. He has given his life to being me. Yeah. Well, that Graham Linehan. I mean, when he was in the news recently, I'd avoided like talking about him, and he came up in the news, and I thought, well, I'm gonna have to talk about him now. You know, here he is in the news. He's being stopped at Heathrow Airport, and everybody's talking about it. So I thought I'm gonna have to talk about him, and I did. And I was shocked. The more I already knew what he was doing, but I was even more shocked when I heard about it. He's just obsessed. He's just obsessed with trans people. Um, but yeah, I hope he's not in the news again. I really hope that's the last we hear from him, because I mean, he says he lives in America now. Um, and you know, once I mean, I'm sure he's got more court cases. I think he's got in October. He's got to go back to talk about the arrest in Heathrow. So we'll probably will hear something about it. But I'm just fed up hearing that he's a free speech martyr and things like that, and he's not. You know, it's like, oh, Graham Linehan's free speech was affected because he wasn't allowed to incite violence in the UK. It's like, well, no, because we have that law in the UK. You can't incite violence. Okay, and the gays who are throwing trans people under the bus are denying trans people's part in the early days. Well, exactly, in the early days of the movement. Yeah. Well, I think about that because I mean, I know about Marsha P. Johnson, and what's her name now? Got a name now. 1 minute. Got it somewhere. Well, you know what I'm talking about. But we have, yeah, there were trans women right from the start. There was trans women before. You know, there's always been trans women. You know, when the Stonewall riot, you know, start Pride and everything, there were trans people there. But the thing is, you know, these people they don't know the history. They don't know the history, and then they're like, you know, saying that trans people are not part of LGBTQ plus community. It's like we've always been part of it, you know. We've always been part of it. But these people, they just, I don't even know why they're doing it. Look, there must be people out there that are doing it because they generally just hate trans people, and then there's people that are just kind of maybe just they've heard stuff in the news and they don't know the history, and they just think like, yeah, it'd be easier because then we don't have to worry about, you know, we don't have to deal with the fact that our trans people having to fight for their rights. We've already done it. We don't want to be doing that. But they don't understand. They'll come after them next. If they don't fight with us, they'll come after them next. We can see his comment on the side, so you can only see Francis's comment as well. So when you guys write comments, do you just have so you'll do your comment and then there'll be no your comment won't appear? I mean, one good thing is on my main screen, my computer that I'm working on, I can see all your comments, obviously, because I won't be able to reply to you all. But when I go on the YouTube, I can only see Francis's comment. But that could be something to do with YouTube, because sometimes YouTube just messes up. I mean, if I go onto I can actually go onto YouTube Studios that I use. Let me see if I can have a look on there. It might. it might let me go on there. And if I go into there, it might tell me if something's. Sometimes it updates me and tells me if there's something going wrong with YouTube itself. Because sometimes YouTube has like big issues with its system. I don't think that's happened with the camera. I think the camera is probably something to do with my side, but that text in the corner that looks more likely to be increased short length, expansion of channel permission. Nah, doesn't say there's any issues, so it might be just something we're having tonight. But things like this happen when you go live. I mean, I'm just learning to kind of get used to always being issues. I always have to try and think of a backup. Really, the problem is with my camera is it's the main camera hub thing that's gone off, and when that goes off, I could probably get access to my. I could probably use my webcam. If I can use my webcam, I might use that, though it's not the most flattering image because obviously it's webcam. Yeah, I could probably use that, but it looks awful. I might use my webcam. Do you want me to do that? You can see me. At least you'll be able to see me, but we won't have we've lost a lot of benefits. Let me see if I can put webcam onto my main. I might still be able to put it on with my main screen. I need to see. Let me see if I can get it on there. If I can get it on there, I will do. I'm just playing around with it now. If I get webcam on here, I might be able to get that. If I can get webcam, then I can. It won't be ideal, but I don't think it's going to let me have it on this one. I don't like it'll let me go on there. That's strange. I wonder why it won't let me do it this way. It's fine though. I'm just thinking it's not much gonna. Yeah, we can still do webcam on my webcam. So I can get that. Look, let's do that. Let's put webcam on. Because at least you can see me. But it's not the greatest of cameras. Where's my... Yeah, there you go. You can see me. Now I've got to use my my laptop. But you can see me at least, so it's better. And it's actually moving at the right speed, so it's better than the last one. Okay, at least you can see me now. It doesn't look like I'm using... I didn't think about that. I could have just used this as backup anyway. So now I know in future, just do this if it breaks. Where were we at? So we're doing Charles. But I don't know about fixing the chat box at the side. It looks like that's bust for some reason. Okay, but that's something to do with YouTube. I can't do all about that. I can see Francis in the chat. Yeah. Well, it looks like Francis is the main chat today. But I can see all of you. If you write, I can see your comments anyway. So we'll just do our best. I mean, this is just how it is sometimes. FY, there is a page online after a Freedom of Information request detailing the behind the scenes lobbying assaulting by anti-trans hate groups on the EHRC. If I get Discord, I will share. Well, how about, look, I'll get you a link for Discord now. Let me see if I can put it in the chat box for you guys, and then we can take it from there. Because let me get the Discord, because that'd be pretty good if you can share that with us, Kirsty there. So let me just get my Discord, because I can get the link, and then hopefully this link will work. Because I don't know why I thought I'd put it on a permanent link for you guys, but it didn't work. Let me see. Where's my Discord gone? Where has my Discord gone? This is strange. Even I can't find my Discord now. Okay, I'll have to open Discord. That's strange. Maybe my Discord's disappeared. Which I don't normally close it. I think it must have closed itself. Okay. Where have you gone? Okay. I'm loading it now. I'll let it just load up. Okay, actually it's come up, which surprised me. I didn't expect it to come so quick. Yeah, I'll put this Discord link in the chat, and I'll put it underneath. I'll put it underneath the page as well, and that way, if anybody wants to join it, you can do, and hopefully it will stay. We want the link. Okay, send a link. Yes, invite link. Now I'm putting this. It should never expire. No limitations. So it can take as many members as possible. So it should never disappear, this link. But that's what I did with the last one. So who knows? Now I'm gonna put it in the chat. Let's see if it lets us do that. Now I put it in the chat. Yeah. So it has come up on mine. So it might come up on yours. So it's in the chat now, and if I'm going to put it under the page, I'm going to have to go to my other page to put it in. Just put it on the video. So I'll change the Discord links that are underneath the video at the moment. I mean, I think you'd have to refresh the page. So probably the best one is probably the one that's in the chat, but that'll give you access to Discord. So anybody who wants to join Discord, you can use that anytime you want. And like I said, if you're a channel member, well, once you're in Discord, I'll invite you into the private Discord as well, so you can have that. But probably for Kirsty, you're probably best joining the sorry, you're probably best joining the main one anyway, because that way you can share it. Okay. Why is it only giving me them? Okay, doesn't matter. So I think I've made the changes anyway. Hopefully that'll make a difference. I'm still confused why it's done that with chat. Let me just see if it's something I've done with the live chat summary. Is it that one? No. No, that shouldn't do that. I don't know why. But anyway, if you can see the message in the in the chat, that's probably best. The chat one's probably best. Okay, get back to the main screen. So what do we have here? I'm gonna go down see if there's any more chats. Gays. In the was it gay people that were doing it or something? We can get Discord if we just have the username to add as a contact. Well, the username. I mean, let me know if you. I mean, I've given you that Discord now. Has it worked? If not, I'll give you the username. Flags or symbol. Oh, I think you sent me is that an emoji or something? Why is it not showing up on my main screen here? Oh, because I'm behind in this one. I was thinking. Let me try and give it. Okay, so that's what I see. Flag symbol, but you put it through the chat. I don't know why it's not showing up for me. Sorry. So yeah, that's the Discord link that I've given. Oh wait a minute, it's all come up several times. Address is invalid again. So you need my name. Okay, I'll give you the name then next. Let me get you the name of the channel. I think it's just Rachel Demore or something like that, but I'll give you that and then you've got that. So the Discord, well, I mean, this is my Discord. Why it's not letting me copy it? Why can't I copy that? Oh, there's like, isn't there like, I know there's another thing that I can do. 1 minute. See if I can just find this. I'm not sure if it's in here. Ah, it's in here. Yes. I think this is the one you're after, isn't it? I'll give you this one. This might help. Yeah, I think I'll give you this. This is the name I use for. I'll put it in the chat again. I just use this name as my. 1 minute. I put it in the chat anyway. That's the one I use for the name. So is that any more? Is that any help? I don't know why it's not working. The links I gave you. It doesn't work on Safari or on iPod. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I know this one that I've used because I'm using my laptop at the moment. I'm using a laptop, so it might be that's the reason why. Emojis, yeah, they're not working on here. They're not showing up. I'm not sure why. Yeah, that's the one I'm using. Yeah, you have a look. Let me know. I mean, I've got like the first was an invite, but it might not work. Then it might have to be via an iPhone or something like that. Then again, I've got my iPhone. I can always try and send a link via my iPhone. So I could always try that as well. Discord. We can try that. If anyone can get into my Discord, then let us know. We'll see why it's not working tonight. But I mean, I can try and invite from this. Look, I can just send this link now. Where's my YouTube? And I'll try that and send that way through. See if that works. So I might have to just use this camera because I was gonna do some more videos and stuff. So because Jay did do that, so I said I'd spin the wheel again. So I do want to spin the wheel. Oh, everybody comes up on my phone. I don't know if you're using the phone because I've got everything's working on there. I don't know about if you're using a mobile. It works on there. This is actually pretty good. Actually, I might use this to chat. To be honest with you. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So well, let's just carry on. I mean, if you guys get in Discord, let me know. If not, well, we'll see. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna spin the wheel again, and we're gonna do another video because Jade. I know she was only here for a short period of time, but she did send a donation. So, like I said, any donation I get tonight, I will spin the wheel. And if you want to send a note, I'm looking up there. The camera's not working up there. And if you do want to send look here. If you do want to send a donation, yeah, there's the link there. You know, if you haven't got the link, let me see if I can put the link on. Because it was here, but it might have gone for you guys. So I might just send you the link because that way, you know, just thinking where it is. Where is the link? Oh, I know. But yeah, I'm gonna spin the wheel anyway. In a bit. Like I say, if Kirsty, if you get into the Discord, yeah, share what you want to share. Absolutely fine for me. Just share also because I've been wanting some of that information, and no, you keep sharing. You keep telling me about the Good Law Project, and I think it's a really interesting, really good what you said. Because I think that it sounds like what they're doing is really important. I shouldn't look up there. You know, there's not. This is the camera here. It's really important to what's going on right now, and I want to really follow more of that. And it looks like you've got a lot of information on it. Now let me see this. I'm just gonna do this first, and then I'm gonna come back to you guys. Yeah, but we just have to do when we do live stuff like this. We just have to do workarounds. So I don't know. This is if you're not seeing it, this is the. If you're going to send a donation, this is the best link to use because if you send it to YouTube through YouTube or anything else, they take a massive cut. So this is like more direct. It's probably better to do it this way. Okay, but anyway, that's the link. So and also if you do the donation, I will spin the wheel. But I'm going to pick the wheel up now, and we should be able to spin it again. Try and find some more videos to watch tonight. Okay, so are we? 1 minute. I'm just trying to get back to the screen. Okay. So I think should be able to see it now. Yeah, there we go. It is slow tonight. I must admit the camera is slow. Make sure you can see this because it looked like it'd gone off on the other screen. Is it working? 1 minute. Oh, it's very slow. Let's see if you can see it on the original camera. Oh, it's gone off on the original screen. Why has it gone off on the original? Oh, there it is. Okay, it's back now on my thing. Okay, I'm going to spin the wheel now. Which one? Okay. People won't accept our love. Okay. So I need to find the video for this one. So I'll find that. Which on screen? Yeah. You just have to let me know if that Discord's working. Oh, 1 minute. I see Janice. Hi, Janice. Nice to see you tonight. Thanks for. Oh, you just went off. Sorry. It's like you've joined us with. You'll see we're using a different camera tonight. The main camera's broken, so. Well, it's not broken. It just decided it didn't want to work tonight. Okay. Let me get this video. But we know we just do what we can, don't we? Just like use the backup camera and get where we are. Yeah, let me know, Kirsty, if you manage to get in there, or if you want to do it later on, whenever, to share the good law project and all the information you've got. Really interested in that. Anyway, I've got this video. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. We watched this. I thought I deleted all these videos. We watched this video. I'm sorry, guys. We watched this video. I'm gonna have to share it. We're gonna have to do a different video because we watched this one last time. So I don't know why these are all still on here. They should have been deleted from the last show, but they're still here. So I will spin the wheel again for you because it's got the wrong one. It's okay. We get to spin it again. Okay. So yeah, we actually watched this in the last show. So if you want to see any of these, they've already been watched. I think it was like the last show we did. I think it's about time I added a few more videos to this wheel, to be honest with you. Okay then. Okay, now I think this one's quite long, so we will watch what we can from this, because it's a bit longer than the. Because I've been trying to stick to like 5-minute videos and things like that, but this one's about. I think it's like 15 minutes, and 15 minutes does actually end up being a lot longer because obviously I can't watch the full video. I have to kind of commentate on it as well, as the rules of fair use. So bear with me. Remove this. Remove it because we watched it. Watch it. Right. What was that? I heard something. I don't know why I heard. Did something go off from my thing? Did someone? Come on. I can't get back to my main page. I can't back to my page. Actually, I can't see what. I know something happened, but I can't see it. Okay, so my thing's just gone bust a little bit. We just have to wait for it to start working. Okay, where are we at now? Oh, you're sending some links now. Okay. Through sorry, I put it on the main screen. You said you sent some links through the Discord, yeah? Okay, I will check them out and see what's going on with those. I might have to confirm them or something like that. But I will check it out, and then we'll watch this video. Okay, doesn't matter. I can't get on this. What's happening with the camera now? My camera's just gone blank. Okay. Right, bear with me. Let me try and get this up and running. So we're gonna watch the 15. Okay, I found it. There we go. So yeah, I think this is like 15 minutes long or something, but we'll watch what we watch of it. Oh, I lie, actually. It's only 4 minutes. I don't know why I thought it was 15 minutes long, but anyway. There's only 4 minutes, so we can watch this, yeah. Because I know I picked one that was like, I'm trying not to do like really long ones because they end up being like, you end up spending all night just doing one video. Okay, my screen's just gone blank again. So what I'll do is with the links, Kirsty, I might have to do it after the show. Just kind of go over to it and fix it, and then I can make it available on Discord. But I'll do that at the end. Okay, so should be able to share the screen. 1 minute would be this one. Okay, what have we got here? I think you can see it. Okay, you can see it. Right. Okay, we're going to watch a little bit of this, and then, feel free to let me know what you think about the video, and I'll talk about it as well while we're watching it. So we'll be all together with this. So this is top 10 transgender characters in TV and film.
Today, we're going to be talking about the best and worst transgender characters in TV and film.
Oh, what? Are you saying I'm not a male man? Is that what you're trying to say?
So the best and the worst. Okay, well, I'm sure we've all got characters in mind from films and TV that we might have seen portrayals of trans people. So let's see what they've chosen here. I know as well we can all have like different opinions, what we thought was, what we feel is like good and bad, but please let me know what you guys think when you see this.
I'm not male. I'm not a man. Is that what you're getting at?
Starting off at number 1, we've got Laverne Cox playing Sophia Brissett in Orange is the New Black.
I did not even hear that night. I'm tired.
Sophia is the first openly transgender character to be portrayed by a transgender actress in a mainstream TV show. She's a fully fleshed out character with a compelling storyline that includes her struggles with the prison system, family issues, and her transition.
Listen, Doc, I need my dosage.
So I know about this TV show. I've never watched it. Maybe that's bad. I don't know. So if you've seen this, let me know. Do you advise I should watch it or not? I did know that the she was in this. I know she was famous from this, but I've never watched it. So is it something I should check out? I think it's on Netflix, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. But yeah, let me know if it's one I should check out or not.
I've given 5 years, $80,000 in my freedom for this. I'm finding who I'm supposed to be. Do you understand? I can't go back.
Sophia's portrayal breaks stereotypes by showing her as strong, vulnerable, loving, and complex.
Metallic's the very end of the season.
At number 2, we've got Jamie Clayton playing Nomi Marks in Sense8.
This guy's about as interesting as a mouthful of sawdust. He doesn't even have any porn stashed away.
Nomi is a transgender woman and hacker.
I know I watched a little bit of this a few years back. I remember watching a little bit of it, but this actress, I have seen her in other films. I've seen her pop up in a few little films. I think she played Hellraiser, and there was like a new Hellraiser film, and I think she was the one who played Hellraiser in it. Pretty sure. But I mean, correct me if I'm wrong about that. But I know she's been in a few. I've seen her pop up in a few films, but normally just like bit parts. But I never really got into this show. I watched the beginning of it, but never really got that into it.
Who's one of the show's main characters. Her story addresses both the personal and social challenges of being transgender, including rejection, familial acceptance, and navigating relationships.
My name is Nomi. Have you ever heard of anyone named Nomi? You were Michael before you came out of me, and you will be Michael until they put me in my grave.
The character is portrayed with depth and respect, and Jamie Clayton's performance adds a layer.
I mean, it definitely sounds interesting, like portrayal of a trans person in a TV show. So I'm interested in that. I don't know. I always kind of if the TV show itself, I don't kind of get that kind of reaction to it. Sometimes that's why I don't really bother sometimes with certain TV shows. But if it's worth watching, let me know. You can tell us what you think.
Authenticity. Starting off at number 3, we've got Thomas Jane playing Billy Tipton in The Last Time I Committed Suicide.
Not what we needed.
While the film itself isn't about Billy Tipton. It gives attention to his story, helping highlight the challenges and complexities of living as a transgender man. His character is shown as a successful and multidimensional person, rather just defined by his gender identity.
So I've never I've never heard this one, so I don't know where to come out from this one because I've never heard of it. I don't even know where I would find this. I mean, I guess I could search the net and then find it, but I've never heard of this one, so this is the first for me.
Starting off at number 4, we've got voice actor Jason Ritter playing Dipper Pines in Gravity Falls.
This isn't happening.
Dipper Pines, one of the main characters from the animated series Gravity Falls, is a curious, brave, and somewhat socially awkward 12-year-old boy.
Don't worry, guys. Pancakes are on me. I'm going to win some by beating that manliness test.
This is another one I've never seen. I've never seen this one either. I don't know. Something about it looks familiar. I might have seen a picture of it somewhere, but I really don't know this one.
Sir, manliness tester.
Beating.
What? What's so funny?
The show does not explicitly address his gender identity or present him as questioning his gender. However, some fans interpret his personal journey, struggles with self-perception, and themes of growing as metaphors for transgender experience. In this context, Dipper can be seen as a character who resonates with transgender viewers, particularly.
Okay, well, if you know of this, is this true? I can't speak for this one. I've never come across this cartoon.
Those who have gone through similar processes of self-discovery or gender exploration. First off, for the dad, we got Jane Davidson in The Crying Game.
Now, I have seen this one. So you tell me what you think about this. I don't know. When I saw it on, there was a group of trans people talking about this before, and they said they didn't like the depiction of this character. I do remember like watching this before I transitioned, and for me, it was kind of like, I don't know. I felt like, because I wanted to see a trans character in a story, so I kind of related to that. But I know that, I mean, I haven't watched it in a lot of years, and I know maybe if I look back at this, I might look back at it differently. But you tell me what you think about The Crying Game. What do you think? Do you good or bad? What do you think? If you've seen it, you'll know the story and everything. But if you haven't, then well, maybe you should check it out.
Even though The Crying Game is a well-loved movie by critics, the portrayal of Dill, a transgender woman, has been critiqued for its shock value. The film's twist, which revolves around the revelation that Dill is transgender, is framed as a surprise, leading to.
So I think that's the thing, isn't it? The surprise part and the way it was dealt with is the thing that's, the controversy now with it, of what, because obviously it's not a good way of depicting trans people.
Blowing her identity out of proportion.
What are you doing in the bar if you didn't know?
This portrayal has been criticized for focusing on the reveal of her gender identity, rather developing her character as a whole person. And at number 3, we've got Billy Boyd, voice actor for Glenda or Glenn in The Seed of Chucky.
Tell us.
What do you want, sweet face?
I think I want to be a boy.
Yes! In your face, lady!
But being a girl would be nice too.
Well, which is it?
I'm not sure. Sometimes I feel like a boy.
I've not seen this the Chucky one. Was it like Bride of Chucky? I haven't seen this either.
Sometimes I feel like a girl.
Glenn or Glenda is a character introduced in Seed of Chucky, who is portrayed as a gender-fluid character but is often played for laughs. The character's non-binary identity is not explored with depth and is instead used as a comedic element in the film. If you enjoyed this video,
So the was more used as like a comedy element. Well, I thought it said 10, didn't it? 10 transgender characters. Was that 10? Anyway, well, you tell me what you think. Interesting. Move that to end. Any comments on that? Okay, so no, hey, Crying Game was okay. The twist is a bit not portrayed well. Yeah, I think that, and that's what I was thinking, really. I mean, 1 minute. We have trouble streaming to Facebook. Oh, it doesn't matter about Facebook. It's telling me it's not streaming well to Facebook. Well, I might just have to close Facebook. Well, if you're watching this on Facebook, go to YouTube. Yeah, you can remove it. Okay. Yeah, I think we're all right everywhere else, but didn't like Facebook streaming. Okay, well, I've taken off that now. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think I haven't watched Crying Game for years, so I'll have to go back over and watch it again. But yeah, I know that's what most people are saying. More to do with the reveal, and I remember the reveal being. I mean, because I kind of knew about that before I watched it, because obviously it was already quite famous by the time I'd watched it. You know, the film. So I knew that the guy in it, the guy who doesn't know she's trans. He's really shocked when when she shows him her body, and then the reaction. So I remember that being a big thing. Cedar Chucky was just okay too. Yeah, well, I haven't seen that one. I didn't know that. But then a lot of the time, trans characters or non-binary characters are always kind of played for laughs, unfortunately. So unfortunately, that's an all too common thing. Oh, hi Jade. Well, welcome. You've missed all the technical problems tonight. So we lost the camera, which I can see if I can get it back now, but I don't think it's going to let me have it back tonight. Yeah, I think the only way I can get the main camera back is if I reboot the whole computer. So that's not going to happen tonight. So I think I'm just going to have to use, I'm going to have to stick to webcam really. But yeah, no, it's good to see you here. I know, like I say, I mean, we never know what our times. I mean, because it's like 9 o'clock right now. So we've been really messing about with technical problems most of the night. Well, as we're getting on, unfortunately, I've lost my my bar here. Let me see if I can get it back on, because I might be able to get something back on. But it's if I can get my other camera working. Well, not my other camera. It's if I can get my it to go through my other system, because there might be a way I can put my other camera through this, but there's no guarantee. It looks like it doesn't want to work tonight. Actually, it's just crashed, so it's not going to work all. No. Okay, we're just going to leave that one then. Oh, it's totally gone on here. Okay, I'm just going to leave that because it looks like my secondary cam is not going to work. So we're just going to have to leave it like this tonight. So yeah, if anyone does want to send donations, I think the links should be in the chat box here. They should be in here for donations now. If not, they're underneath the they'll be underneath this video in the description area, because I can't put them on the camera now, so it's just like this. So strange having it like this. The camera lights. But yeah, I mean, like, Jade gave the last donation. Any donations, I will spin the wheel. And still, if we get up to £25, I can still keep a record of the donations anyway, because I have another screen that I can use. So I can see where we're at really. So I think we've got about £5. We'd need £20 to get to the final goal. So it still might be possible. Let's see. So what I'll do is, before we move on, I want at least cover one story tonight on this camera, because there's actually been some interesting things in the news that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So I'm just gonna share a couple of news stories with you, and then we'll see where we're at. And like I said, if anybody wants to send a donation, feel free to do so, but do it to buy me a coffee, because honestly, that is the best place. And before I used the buy me a coffee link, I set up this buy me a coffee this week. I was using PayPal, but PayPal didn't really work as well. They're a bit more crazier. They're not very friendly to streamers. So when you do donations through PayPal, they want to know loads of information and stuff like that. And it was just like, this isn't going to work. But buy me a coffee has been a lot better. So yeah, they're a lot better for streamers when you're doing live cam like this and stuff. And YouTube itself is not good at all. It's crazy. So bear with me. I'm just trying to get up this story. I want to talk about something that's happened in the news this week. It's dealing with a Conservative MP. I think I can share the screen with you now. So I'll just tell you about it. So yeah, there's been some news this week. It was about a Conservative MP has been sharing some misinformation across. Well, she's been spreading. Sorry, my nose. She's been spreading misinformation across the internet. So let's have a look at this story, and we can see what she's actually said. Yep, there we go. You can see it now. Okay, so let me go closer to the screen, and then can. Yeah, so you can see it here. So it's this lady here, a Conservative MP accused of spreading misinformation with NHS chest feeding post. So some of you might have already heard of this, and I caught it this week. So this is what it's about. I'm going to tell you what the article's about, and then we'll just talk about it. So basically, this Conservative MP is 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, this Conservative MP, she's called Shivian Raja. Okay, I hope that's what her name is. She posted a screenshot from the NHS website showing the term chest feeding. The screenshot came from the LGBT plus section on the chest feeding is your trans and non-binary. So the image she showed, which I can show you, I think it's on here a bit further down. This is what she showed them. This, if you can see it now in the thing. So this is on the government website apparently, and it's for, they have a section for LGBTQ plus people, and obviously have it for trans men who are pregnant. So this was a separate thing. They still have also for cisgender as well. They have a cisgender section. And they still, I believe they still have breastfeeding written there as well, but they have chest feeding obviously for a trans man. And she shared this, and what else she said, she framed it as if the NHS were raising recognition of I guess cis mothers, saying, and I think she wrote, we can see the actual email, she wrote here, yes, well, I can read what she said. She said, to all the women breastfeeding at 4 a.m. with no sleep, no recognition, and no consideration by the NHS. Cheers to being biologically correct and politically inconvenient. So, and this is a Conservative MP, but we can see this is misinformation. This isn't true. The NHS hasn't done any of this stuff, and there's both this chest feeding and there's breastfeeding on this government site, whatever. So people have said, the critics have pointed out, she ignored the NHS. The NHS still has full breastfeeding guidance for cis women, which I just said anyway. And accusation, she is spreading misinformation by leaving out the context. Well, that's the thing, and this is happening a lot. There was another video I did recently about they had a picture of three pregnant people, and one of them they said was a trans man, and there was loads of controversy about that online. But it turned out the actual image wasn't used by the NHS. It was some American company that had made these images up, and somebody had put it on with the NHS. So it wasn't even part of the NHS anyway. But it just shows you how it's like fake outrage. They're using things just to get angry about things that aren't even true. So this echoes previous media controversies in Brighton and Sussex, NHS Trust 2022, where inclusive guidance was misrepresented. Well, I'm not sure which one those were, but this is happening a lot, and it seems like people like she's an MP and she's doing this, you know. So I mean, Conservatives, you know, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Anyway, so why does it matter? Well, weaponization of language, like terms like chest feeding, become cultural war flashpoints. Yeah. So something to make easier for trans men to feel more welcome while they're going through pregnancy. Something that's supposed to, you know, being respectful of those people, and being used as like cultural war, using it against those people. A single screenshot gets framed as women being erased. Yeah, well, that's all the thing. This is these type of people, like this lady for this MP. This is what they do. they frame it as if trans people are trying to erase women. So this is the thing, like, this is trans men, so it's like, trans men are trying to get rid of women, transgender women are trying to take women. So it's like, it's just okay, it should be back now. Sorry, I touched my microphone and went off. So yeah, whatever they do, they just try to erase. They use the excuse they're like trying to erase women. It's just ways they just don't want to allow trans people anywhere or any respect towards them. So the misinformation cycle, outrage posts go viral. Yeah, well, they do, especially on X. Picked up by media. Yes, it goes on to some media companies. I mean, let's be honest, like GB News in the UK. I guess in America you've got like Fox News. I believe they're pretty like to get outrage about things that aren't true. Sorry, this is the camera, not that. That's not the camera anymore. And what else have we got here? It creates confusion. I think it's working again now. I'm gonna have to just not go near this microphone because it's very, very sensitive. Keep touching it. Okay, I'm gonna put it over here a little bit. Won't touch it. Yeah, like I say, what was I saying? Fox in America, England, GB News. Okay, so what else have we got? Creates confusion. Yeah, got that. Impact on the healthcare. So inclusive terms matter for trans and non-binary patients who need recognition in care. Well, I totally agree with that because they do. I know that I feel like that. It's just showing some recognition towards trans people, but these people just want to use it against us, and they basically want to erase us. It's nothing about erasing women. Nobody's trying to erase women. This is about trying to erase trans people. But the backlash risks making health service look political instead of patient focused. Yeah, because they're making it look as if the NHS is doing this to well, and they're saying trying to erase women. And the bigger picture is it's not about one word. It's about who is recognized and supported in public services. Yeah. So, yeah, those were the key things about that story. And I mean, you tell me what you think. I mean, because I think it's like why chest feeding. It just means it's more inclusive because for trans men who still want to have children, and why shouldn't they be able to have children? Okay, there's this thing like saying, oh well, you can't be pregnant if you're a man, and it's like, well you can, because trans men can still get pregnant, and if they want to get pregnant, they still want to have children. What's wrong with that? People want to have children. It doesn't mean because you're trans that you have to, like, okay, I'm not going to have children anymore. And there's nothing we can do about our bodies in that sense. We still can. We can still have children, but we can't have children obviously the way we'd prefer. Of course, if I could have a baby, that I'd prefer that way, but I can't. I know I can't, but I can still have children. But it's like saying, but if you have children that way, that's like a man. It's like, well, why can't you just accept that a woman can be I can be a mother still, but I can have a children this way. Why can't you understand that? But it's just people in society just don't want to accept trans people at all. They just want to be negative to us. Let me just make sure. I want to make sure my mic's working, because the last thing I want is I'm telling you all this and the mic's not working. Okay, it's all right. So yeah, furthermore, let's just talk about different countries. So similar things have happened in America. So like the term pregnant people is more inclusive, isn't it? But conservatives frame inclusivity as erasing women. Medical bodies stress it involves care. Yeah, well, so I mean, America, the UK, kind of the same format here. In England, we've also got like TERFs and use it as like media talking points. obviously now with the new Equalities Act ruling with sex and biology, sex, they show how online framing shapes law and politics. Because I do believe that after the High Court ruling in the UK, groups like For Women in Scotland, they want to erase this, like these terms and stuff. They don't want trans people to feel comfortable living in their own country. You know, we still live here. We're part of society. I mean, I always stress this. Like, I mean, I pay tax, and so I pay into society. I pay into our group, our social thing, right? So why shouldn't I be respected as part of that? I don't understand why I'm paying into the system, why I'm doing all this. Like, I pay into the NHS. So does that, I think I should be respected when I go there. It shouldn't be like, oh no, you don't get to be respected because you don't get to exist. It's like, well, then maybe I don't need to pay into the social system then, do I? You know, if you're not going to respect me, you know, that's how I feel. I feel like, well, what's the deal here? You know, I'm part of society as well. And I mean, even if I didn't pay into it, which I do, but if I didn't, I should still be given that respect. I'm a British citizen. Why shouldn't I be respected like any other British citizen? Then I've said Poland and Hungary, but Poland and Hungary, they use gender ideology weaponized in schools and family law. But Spain and Ireland, they use inclusive care languages, including alongside strong women protection. So I think Spain and Ireland are more or less similar as what we're doing in the UK. Like I say, England is going backward. And then global takeaway. Let's see, debate spreads. So, I've just said it about it spreading online because it does. I mean, sites like X goes to every country, doesn't it? I mean, X needs shutting down, to be honest with you. And what else have we got? Social media turns, small language shifts. Well, I mean, I'll just leave that. I think for me, the key thing is it was a conservative. But it looks like the Conservatives aren't going to get many votes in the next election. But I was watching something on the news today, and they were saying that if Reform win, they still might need to team up with another party. And they said their logical choice would be the Conservatives. Yeah, well, yeah. Are you surprised? They're both just as bad. So we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, I'm what is it? I'm not surprised the Conservative did that, and I think it's disgusting. Because the website it had breastfeeding and it had chest feeding on there, and this is just typical of what England is. You know, where we've got politicians who can't even just, you know, at least keep to the truth. You don't need to spread misinformation. It's just totally unacceptable. Anyway, there you go. Let me have a look at some of the comments here. So we talked about the crying game. And then, oh yeah, Jade's joined us. Lady, yes. Keep going down here. Huh? I don't know what happened here. Don't worry about this, Kirsty. Get off the stage. Stop spamming emails. I don't know why I did that. Oh, I know. I need to fix this. This bot thing is supposed to check out spam. So I'll just let everybody know about this. Right, I put this thing in the spam. So I don't have anyone checking spams and stuff like that. It's set wrong. Because it did this to someone the other night. Someone put some emojis. I'm okay with you putting emojis in there. Don't worry about it. No. Don't worry about Nightbot, Kirsty. Really, I apologize. No. That was Nightbot. Don't do that. Ignore it, please. Please ignore it. I need to fix it. It's I got it set up. I was using it before. It's supposed to be there just to let you guys know what's going on. It's not supposed to do this. I didn't set it to do this. So I apologize for that, Kirsty. It shouldn't do that. So message has offended you and can understand why, but I'm sure it's not Rachel's view. No, it's not. I just saw it then. I'll make sure that I change its settings. It's basically when I set it up, I didn't see that it does that. Apparently, it gets upset when the Nightbot gets upset when people put emojis on there. It'll do the same to me. If I put emojis on there, it'll probably do it. It doesn't like extra emojis. Don't know if she's still here or not. Oh well, I'll try and tell her. I'll try and tell her if she's not here. I know this is the thing. I know these things happen. I don't know any way to tell it. Well, if everyone sees her in the chat or anything like, let her know. Yeah, I know it's upset. I know it's upset. Guess I'm really sorry about that. I did it last night, and I was thinking I need to check that system out. It's not even supposed to do that. I never asked it to do that stupid thing. So you think something's going to be a good idea? You think, okay, I'll do this, and it's upset someone. I'm not happy about that. Okay, well I'll try and fix it, but I think she's gone into Discord before, so if she's in my Discord, if I can send her a message through there as well. But if anyone sees her, just let her know that that isn't. It shouldn't do that. But we'll have to try and sort that out later on. So yeah, anybody in the chat, if Nightbot tells you, just tell it to ignore it and tell it don't bother me. All right. Woman, it's slowing down now. Okay, well, I don't know what's happening. I can't see anything again. My stream. So yeah. So if anyone sees Kirsty, just let her know. I think she has gone actually. Eesh. Sorry about that. That's the thing with this. Yeah, it's really down now. I feel really down about that. Because I honestly, I never expected it to do something stupid like that. But I'll have to fix it after the show. Like I said, this is the thing as well. Like when you do these shows, you kind of notice things like this, and then after you think, oh, why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? And then later on, you kind of like that's when you can kind of like fine tune things. I can go on it now. Let me see. Where's it doing? It should be is it chat monitor? 1 minute. I'm gonna have a look at it now. Excess emojis. Yeah, there it is. Right. I've turned that off. Right. So the emoji things, it's stopped. Let me just take off all this. I don't care about this. Blacklist words. I haven't got any blacklist words. I'm gonna turn off all its. Okay. It shouldn't do anything now. I've managed to tidy it up. So now it's fixed. Okay. So if anybody has any issues with it again, well, I'll see it anyway. And I'll try to find her too. Yeah, if you see her, just say to her that it was a problem with the bot, but I fixed it now. I've turned it off. Well, I haven't turned the bot off, but I've turned off its command to, especially with emojis, because it's done that twice. It did it to someone yesterday, and I don't know what it did to them. Because there was a guy in chat, and he was saying he was going to work, and he sent me a message, and then it said, right, you're out of here or something. I think he kicked him off. I was like, yeah, it not blocks him, have you? You know what I mean? Because he was just saying like he's off to, just because he used some emojis. But I think it's fixed anyway. So hopefully we'll do it again. If he does, we'll worry about it later on. So yeah, so feel free. I think she has gone. Anyway, but feel free to let me know what you think about the story. And if you, like I say, if you want to keep the wheel, if you want to do it, if you want to see a video or anything like that, like I said, it'll have to be donations. Really, we have to keep doing the donations to get that working. Like I said, if we did get to the goal, I mean, it's another £20. I don't really think we're going to get to it. Really, to be honest with you, unless someone donates 20. But if you do, I will share a little story with you. But if we don't, it's cool. You know what I mean? It's like we'll try another day. So yeah, I mean, I could give you another story. I might just do another story while we're here, because we got through that one pretty quick. So, because these are all, I mean, I just think these are kind of important. So I'm going to cover them. Let me make sure the screen's shared with that one. So the next story I'm going to cover is another one to do with health. Well, it's the health secretary. It's about the health secretary. So West Streeting. So in the UK, we have. He's Labour. So okay, I can understand a conservative politician, spreading anti-trans rumors or using, things online for like anti-trans talking points. I can understand that, but the thing is, with Labour, we still have the same problem. Okay, and basically, this story. I'm going to just go straight into the story. And I've just removed it from the stage, added to stage. There we go. Haha. We'll get there eventually. So this one is West Streeting now. What's he done now? Because he seems to be quite a problem, to be honest with this. He keeps coming up on my he keeps coming and doing things. Where's it gone? Oh, it's gone completely off the thing. 1 minute. I'll just share the page again. I'll tell you what he's been doing anyway. I'll share the page and I'll come back. So yeah, so in the UK, okay, we have the Conservatives, and you expect things from the Conservatives. You expect the Conservatives to criticize trans people because they don't recognize trans people, and they're users for you know, as a scapegoats and stuff. But you don't expect that from Labour. Well, you used to not expect that from Labour, but now I've just realised it's deleted the page. I can't put you on. You're gonna have to bear with me. I have to get the page because I can't talk about it and not show it. Okay, bear with me. I'll have to go back because I can't talk about it if I haven't got the page. I can't believe this just went off. Bear with me 1 minute because everything's slowed down. It's decided it's not going to let me get the page back. Right. So I have to re-upload the page. Okay. 1 minute. Let's go my... I can't do it without this. Yeah, 1 minute. If not, I'm so bother. Where is it? Why are you doing this? No. Okay, everything's just gone really slow now. I had the page there for you, and then for some reason it decided it was going to delete the page. And now, okay, looks like it's getting better. Okay, gonna let me have this page back so I can show everybody. Okay, thank you. Nope, you're not gonna work. Okay, maybe I can't show you this one. It's like everything is just really slowed down. I could just tell you about it, but I just wanted to kind of show you the image as well, which makes more sense. If not, I might just scrap it because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it on. Yeah, because I put it through my WhatsApp thing, so it's not showing it. So unless I can open it through history and I can get the image back. Oh, there's another way I can do it, but it's a bit of a long I'm still here. I don't know if anybody's still here. What happened then? It just scrapped everything. Are you all still here? I don't know what's happening tonight. Honestly, everything has decided to go crazy. Mentally, I'm beat. I hope you have a good night, and I'll leave you running. Oh, okay. Well, thank you anyway. See you another day. The video will still be up. Good night, his beautiful. Yes. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, everything went off for a minute. I was trying to find a video. I don't know what happened then, and everything just kind of crashed on my computer. So, I wanted to share with you this West Streeting story that I'd found, but for some reason, I might be able to get to history now. I can get in history on my channel because I deleted the page when I was talking to you guys. It just deleted it. So the only way for me to get it is to get the history, which should be on here. Yeah, there it is. I should be able to find it. There it is. It's the top there. Okay, I found it. Hey, okay. Crazy night tonight. Okay, so I'm going to do this story. Hopefully it'll let me do it, not crash again. Because it just completely crashed. 1 minute. I was doing. I thought I was going to share the screen. Well, I have to fight to get this story out. It better be a good story. There's like the amount of work I've had to put in to get it on. Because it's not going to let me do it, is it? It's just slowing down on this side. Okay. Oh wait. I think I might get it. It might. Was it worth it? Okay. I think we've got it. I think it's sharing it now. Let me check the main screen. Okay, yes, we've got it at last. So let me tell you about this story. So yeah, like I said, the last story we were talking about, that was a conservative. So I can understand why a conservative would be a bit anti-trans, make stuff up and stuff. But for Labour, why are we seeing this with Labour? And we're seeing something which is, and this is really bad because West Streeting is the health secretary, and it's so important for trans people to be able to have access to healthcare. And he basically, well, let me just go through the article. So what is this article about? So West Streeting criticised for callous trans woman segregation comments in Mumsnet interview. So I'm going to go through it all anyway, but basically he's been suggesting segmentation. And anybody who knows about segmentation in history, what does it tell you? Not good, not a good thing. Anyway, so this is what the article's about. So UK Health Secretary West Streeting gave an interview on Mumsnet on the 19th of September. And he suggested creating a third space for trans women, separated from women's single-sex facilities like toilets and hospital wards. So, yeah, basically, he thinks we should have a third area for transgender people. Okay, so I don't know what you're all thinking, but straight away I'm thinking like, well, no, I don't want that. And then the other thing is like, and even if you do this, how are you going to pay for that? Because that's another thing. Anyway, let's see what the article says. His argument, this would balance dignity and inclusion for trans people whilst protecting single-based women rights for women. Okay, so that's his opinion. Streeting admitted some would call it outrageous. Yep, I'm one of them, but framed it as a compromise people could live with. Okay. Again, segmentation, I don't think so. Days earlier, he promised the NHS LGBTQ plus conference to ensure equality, dignity, safety, and inclusion for trans people. Okay. Reaction was swift. Critics accused him for promoting trans segmentation. Online responses called the idea blatantly callous and ridiculous, and questions were raised: where would these separate spaces be? Who would fund them? How would they work in a stretched NHS hospital? So this is the thing: the NHS already is stretched with what it's got. I mean, its funding is always kind of like to breaking point anyway. Where are they going to get this money to put these separate transgender wards and transgender toilets and transgender spaces? How are they going to fund that? That would be extremely expensive to do. So I don't see it even be possible anyway. And plus the fact, I don't want to live in a country where they do that. I don't want to be part of that. What does this mean? So it's contradictions in his messaging, because he promised equality and then suggested segmentation, which again, yes, segmentation does not work. It's not what we want. History's shown us that the people they segregated in the past, and that was racist. So what you're doing now is transphobic, isn't it? Mixed signals risk eroding trust in government commitment to LGBT plus communities. Well, I think that's already been. I think that bridge has already been burned, hasn't it? So segmentation concerns. So this creates a third space, separates trans women instead of including them. Critics argue that it undermines the principle that trans women are women. Well, he's already said that. I think he's already said that he doesn't think trans women are women, didn't he? I think he said something like that in the past. I don't think he values trans women as women and trans men. I'm pretty sure he has said something. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, please put it in the comments, but I think he has said something like that in the past. So what about the problems? The NHS already faces massive shortages. 6.25 million patients on waiting lists. So 6 million point whatever. A lot of people waiting. Building and staffing, yes. Third spaces is yeah, exactly. So you've got to build and you've got to staff those spaces. So a third space is unrealistic and it will overstretch the system. So it's not even possible. Even talking about this, yes, it's crazy what he said, but it's not even a talking point, because it's not even possible. Why has he even done this? Well, there is a reason why he's done it, because political framing. Mumsnet is a platform known for gender critical views. So in other words, there's a lot of anti-trans talking on this platform. Streeting chose to make these comments there look like pandering. So it looks like he was pandering to the anti-trans group of people whilst trying to appear balanced. So in one way, he's done this to try to appeal to. I think Streeting. I mean, look, I don't think Streeting is an ally. I don't think Streeting sees trans people as who we are, and so for him, doing this makes sense. But it's just so sad to see a party like the Labour Party, which is supposed to be more left leaning, just doing things like this. It's really sad to see. They're just such a letdown. The bigger picture debate isn't just about hospital wards and toilets. It's about whether trans people are treated as equals or pushed into separate, but unequal spaces. Yeah. So that's where we're at in the UK. That's what we're dealing with when it comes to toilets and changing rooms and hospital wards now. Really sad thing to see. So what we're seeing otherwise? Well, we're seeing the bathroom bills, the bathroom bill bans, trying to ban trans people from single-sex facilities in the US. Also in America, we're seeing proposals for separate facilities, echoing segmenting logic, widely criticized as discrimination. So we're starting to see that happening more and more. In the UK, we got streeting reflects a wider UK trend. Politician talks about compromise whilst validating gender critical rhetoric. Yeah, I definitely think politics in the UK has definitely, a lot of politicians have jumped on the anti-trans side of politics, and definitely calling out, using those talking points now. and this risks normalizing segmentation under the language of balance. What else can we see? Let's have a look at global trends. So third space's argument appear international as a sponsored middle ground. Yeah, so people do say this. They say, oh, well, why can't we have a trans toilet? Why can't? And I mean, I've said this before as well. Like, a trans toilet wouldn't work. I mean, I'm transgender. I wouldn't use it. And then I think as well, it's not just the fact that some trans people saying they wouldn't use it. Some trans people might, but there isn't enough trans people throughout the country. So if you have transgender toilet or third toilet, it would end up being used by, I think majority would probably be women who would just use it because the women's toilets has a massive queue. Instead of making the women's toilets bigger, which is I would think that would be a better idea. I think what we would end up doing is we would just end up being where you would have women just use it because they say, oh, the women's toilet's too much of a queue. And then you'd probably get like some men would use it because they say, what's a transgender toilet? I can just say I'm trans. So you just get like that. It'd just be like a unisex toilet, really. But even if you say, well, okay, they could do a unisex toilet and trans people could just use that. And it's like, well, the problem is with that is because you'd have to make the extra toilet. You'd have to make the extra space and it would be very expensive. And who's getting the money for this? Who's doing this? Or there's another option, you just make all toilets unisex. But then doesn't that kind of go against what these transphobic people are saying, where they're saying, oh, we shouldn't let women where they said that we shouldn't let we don't want to let trans women in because we don't like men or something like that. So it's like, well, if we make it unisex, then they're gonna have men in the toilets, aren't they, at that point? So in practice, they often reinforce stigma and create new barriers. Well, that's what it is. It's classing us as other. Equality means inclusion, not separation. There you go. So yeah, I'm not happy with this West Streeting. Everything I hear about him, it seems like he's constantly putting things out there. I feel is anti-trans, and he's just pandering to anti-trans groups. So I think he's I just avoid him. I think he's terrible. I don't know if anyone can tell me otherwise. If you can give me something positive about him, I welcome that. Please put it in the comments because I would welcome that. But everything I'm seeing from what he's doing doesn't come across that way. So I'm not happy with what he's doing. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. So what time is it now? So I mean, I might as well stay until about 10 tonight. Unless anyone wants to. If you want to spin the wheel or anything like that, if like I said, any donations, and I'll definitely spin the wheel. If not, okay. So I'm just sorry. I don't know if Jade is still here. I got your comment on I got your comment on what is it on Discord. So yeah, we do need some moderators. Well, let's work that out. I need to work out how to do that. Who'd want to do that? But maybe we set that up. I think moderators would have to be people from the channel support. You have to be part of the channel support, just because I know you guys better because I see you. I do see you guys more than everybody else. So it would have to be someone from like channel support or something like that, because I know what you're talking about. And I don't know, because I mean, I don't know if you're talking about tonight for Kirsty, because I mean that was like what happened with the bot. But I mean, I put the bot in there. Its job was to okay, we'll sort out later on about that. I'll try and contact Kirsty anyway, because I mean I might be able to do it through YouTube anyway somehow. But yeah, that bot I put in was just like a mild moderate. I mean, I didn't even put on a moderator thing. I didn't even ask it to moderate. I asked it to just basically update you guys with what's going on the channel. It's supposed to be telling you stuff like spin the wheel and stuff like that. It's supposed to be like, trying to remind you about that. But I'll remind you about it before we go. Look, I mean, we're near the end of the show. If you want to keep the show going, feel free to spin the wheel. But like I say, if you spin the wheel, I do need to just get like a donation through Buy Me a Coffee. But anything at all can be like 70 pence. I think that's the lowest you can do with Buy Me a Coffee. I think that's the lowest. There is like a limit of how low they'll go, but it's something like that. You can just spin the wheel and we can keep the show going. But if not, probably going to end it soon. So what I'll do is I'm going to, at the end of the show, I normally just kind of have a look at a game. So I've been playing a geography game the last few nights. So I'm probably going to just play that just before we go. I was going to ask you guys how you feel about like, what do you feel about like gaming and stuff like that? I don't know if you guys are interested in that. Because I do have I have a gaming console. And I don't really get much time to play on it, but I would play it if people were interested. I don't mean like I'd play throughout the stream. I wouldn't do that. I won't do a full stream with it. But I mean, if anybody's interested in things like that, I could probably at the end of the stream, I could probably do a little bit of gaming if anybody's interested in that. But it's up to you guys, because I've got, like I say, I've got a PlayStation 5. I never really get to play it. But if you guys are interested in it, let me know, and I might consider doing that one night. Right. Now, let me see if I can share the screen with you. Why is it not showing? I said to show that screen. Okay, it's not done it. 1 minute. I think it's all slowing down. Tonight's been an interesting. I think we've done really well to get as far as we have, to be honest with you, because we've had cameras break, we've had everything slow down, we've had, my stupid bot telling Kirsty off, which was stupid. I don't know why I did that. So, I've had loads of problems tonight, but I think at least we've managed to get through to the end here. Let me share the screen with you, and then you can see what I'm looking at. Yeah, so I'm just going to play a game on this. If anybody wants to send a donation, this is the time to do it. If not, after this game, we'll probably call it a night. So I'm just going to do a little game. So where is Japan in the world? Maybe you guys know. I know where Japan is. It's this one over here, isn't it? So it's going to be easy at the beginning, easy questions. Japan, okay. Ghana? Somewhere around here. And I'm useless at Africa. Nah, I'm not going to waste my clicks because I'm not going to. Never heard of this place. Do any of you know? I don't know this one. Nepal. Nepal's up here somewhere. I'm going to say... Let me get zoom in closer. I think it's around here somewhere. Let me see. Well, this is... No. It's somewhere around here. I know it's somewhere around here. In fact... No. Is that... This... No. Oh, no. This one here. This one here. The green one. Yes. Okay, now I got it. Singapore. Down here. Right there. Right at the tip there. Yes. Haiti. Oof. Haiti. I think Haiti's somewhere over here, isn't it? I think it's down here somewhere. I'm not going to guess, though, because I don't know exactly where it is. I know it's down there somewhere, but I don't know which one it is. Papua New Guinea. Somewhere down here again. I don't know where. See, this is where I embarrass myself, because I feel like I'm really confident, and then Central African Republic. I'm going to guess this one at middle here. That's central, isn't it? No? But... Nope. Okay, I'm not good at Africa. I need to learn Africa. Monaco. Monaco's up here. It's that little spot there. I need to get closer. There we go. That's Monaco. Fiji. Fiji's down. I want to do it there, but is it... Why do I think that's Fiji, isn't it? No. Okay, so Fiji's down here somewhere. Okay, must be around here somewhere. Oh, that's not Fiji. Okay, I don't know where Fiji is. Oh man, it's so bad. You need to learn your geography, Rachel. Taiwan. Taiwan's around here. Taiwan's up. Is off China. That one there. Where's the thing gone? I can't see the. Can't see the thing at the top now. Okay, we see what it says. Okay, create. Somewhere around here. I want to. No, somewhere around here. I did a little one there, and it's a little one. Yes, there is. United Kingdom. Okay, I know that one. Slovenia, Eastern European country. I don't know 100%, but I think it's somewhere around here in Eastern Europe. Oh, stop doing that. Why is it doing that? One of these countries down here. It's going to be near it. I think it's going to be around near. I just wonder what these ones are. Isn't that? That's not it. Somewhere around it. Nah. Why am I so bad? I don't know. I thought it was around there. Venezuela. I know it's over here somewhere in it. Oh, my screen's just gone off. Give me 1 minute. Screen just went off. Oh. I can't see. Oh. Oh, right. You guys can see the same as me now. It just crashed. Okay, it's crashed. Well. Can we refresh it? I think we refresh it, it'll just disappear. Oh, that was rubbish, wasn't it? Oh well, look, I think we've done really well to get where we are tonight. I think we accepted issues with the camera, issues with the computer, and that's life. But I think that's it for tonight. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna thank everybody tonight who took part. Thank you for being here. If anyone sees Kirsty, let her know that it was the bot. I've fixed it now. And obviously, if any of you guys get on Discord as well, because she was going to share the Good Law project, and I was really interested to know about that. So I do need to speak to her. So I'm not sure. A lot of things are good. Yeah, hopefully the next time. So I don't know when I'm going to be back online. I might be online tomorrow. I might be on. Well, I'll definitely be online on Friday. Sunday. Friday's now. Sunday, because I do a live show every Sunday, which is just for channel supporters. So if you want access to that, please consider becoming a channel supporter. Like I said, it's only £1, one UK pound, and that's you get a month's membership for that. So I really hope that you might consider doing that, and it really helps the channel, because all these donations basically keep this channel running. So it's really important if you can do that. But anyway, I think that's it for tonight. So I will see you all again maybe tomorrow. I will let you know anyway. I'll message in my I'll do it on Discord, and I will also message on the message board here on YouTube and let you know if I've got a show. But also, I normally just put a show saying it's available, so you'll see it. So anyway, I just thank everybody for taking part tonight, and it really means a lot to me, you being here. I thank for everybody who sent a donation, and yeah, I will see you again soon. Next time, hopefully my cameras and everything be working. Okay, so I will see you hopefully. It might be tomorrow, or it might be Sunday. So see you again soon. Thank you, and yeah, have a good night.